Hello. um, I'm back at it. Those damn Crucible nights made me really salty, so I'm back for that salty run back. So we're gonna try to kill them tonight. I don't care. They're going to die, and I'm gonna get whatever the fuck they have. I think I might be wrong on what they have. I think they have a bell bearing, but I might be wrong. But we're gonna kill them anyway, just to get them off the fucking way. We're gonna take whatever they got. I think you do get armor from them too. I'm gonna take their armor and get it as a trophy. And I think you get the Ordova sword too. I did get that. That sword's pretty decent. But since I'm level 1, I likely won't be able to use that. But you know, it's a nice trophy. We can read the lore. I didn't know I'd still be cooking by the time I started my stream. I didn't want to start too late, but I have some water boiling. It's boiling now. I'm gonna. It's some soup I'm making, but it'll take like a few seconds. But we're gonna watch something while I eat that soup, so it's fine. Um, just some little shit. One moment. Gotta get. I gotta get it ready though. I had it on this other window. Where is it? Not this. Not this. Here it is. I found it. Okay. We'll watch that in just a moment. But after I get my soup out of the pot. One moment. But yeah, I came back from the gym. I went to the gym earlier. I didn't know I'd be back this late, though. That's why I went to the gym early in the first place, so I'd be back earlier. But apparently, I was not back early as I thought I would be. I lost track of time. Which is fine. Not that big a deal. There's something else I wanted to get prepared too. No, not this shit. Not this shit. Stop it. Stop playing. Stop playing. I'm getting buffering issues. Am I still streaming? Yeah, I'm still streaming apparently. Yeah. Um. Okay. We're good. Oh, Iron Pineapple made another. He made a video about the demo. I don't want to watch that. All these people made fucking demo videos. The game's coming out in 2 weeks. Why would they do that? How inconsiderate. I'm just mad that you know, that I don't like shit being spoiled um early. Like, what's the point of letting some content creators spoil the DLC? I don't get it. Did he not think Elden Ring is popular enough? What's the point of that? Okay, I'm gonna get up in a minute. Uh, yeah, we'll get up now. I'll be right back, but I'll be talking in the background while I get my soup. I've also been messing with my Erdtree character that I'm making, doing that offline. But I don't know. I might stream that too, depending on how good I do tonight or tomorrow. I might do an early stream tomorrow, like right when I get home from work. Yeah, I think my character's coming along quite nicely. I'm likely gonna respect the hell out of them because I don't like the starting stats of the warrior. I only picked the warrior for lore reasons, but their starting stats are kind of shit. I should have just went with the samurai to be honest. Samurai has better starting stats. In the or the thief, thief and samurai have the best starting stats. The thief is good because they have the highest arcane stat, and samurai is good because they have the highest dex stat. And then those are both stats that I care about for my ninja build. I'm going to be a ninja. We're going to be a cobalt themed ninja. So we're going to try to get some magic up in our build. I hope there's plenty of cool blue shit in the DLC too that I can appropriate for my character. Even my character is blue. I mean, my character on my main file is also blue, but he looks exactly like my little avatar that I like to use on social media. I made him look like that. Like the blue man on my main file that I beat the game with doesn't look like that avatar. I made him look more like that now, with a bit of my facial features, of course. My IRL facial features. Although I do need to shave. I don't have a lot of. I mean, I usually shave my facial hair. I can grow facial hair. I just don't like having it because it's uncomfortable on my face. Oh, and I might keep a beard though. Might grow a beard and keep it for at least a few months or something, depending on how it looks. I was also playing Tekken before I went to the gym, getting my rank up. Leroy is pretty goddamn weak in Tekken, but I can't leave the character. I can't just. I can't bring myself to abandon Leroy, even though he's so shit in the game. He has the worst frames in the game, the most minus on blocks and even attacks. The frames that he gets or doesn't get, I should say. He's like the worst of all the characters in that regard. But I can't bring myself to abandon him. I just like his theme. And I like Raven. I need to go back to Raven. I do better with Raven. I haven't played with him in a while. But I'm just trying to get good with Leroy. It's like I just want him to work. Like, there's pros who play Leroy though. There's like high rank matches and people in tournaments who play Lou. They play Leroy and they do well. That's because they laugh him so damn much. But that's what you got to do. I don't lose to kings anymore. I was killing a bunch of kings before I went to the gym. King is no issue for me anymore. The only issue I have in the game now is the Dragonovs. Yeah, the Dragonovs. The Dragonovs are so busted. I don't know how to handle the Dragonovs. Like a good Dragonov, especially. They used to lose to Steve all the time, but Steve's easy now. While Rang is easy now. I used to lose to them. I used to lose to Kuma and Panda, but I've been whooping them lately. Jack is also kind of weird, but I've been beating a bunch of Jacks too. Alyssa doesn't give me issues. Her chainsaw is really cheap. It's really cheap, but I've been able to manage that shit. Okay. Let's see, get my drink, and we'll be in business. What does piss me off about Tekken though is like I before I did go to the gym, I noticed quite a few of the matches I had a bunch of lag switchers, dude. It's very obvious who the lag switchers are. Because when you're getting perfect latency at the beginning of the fucking fight and you're whooping them, and then as soon as they can't take it anymore, the game starts skipping frames and slowing down. You know what you're dealing with. It's very obvious what's going on. They're just trying to get an easy win with their lag switch because they were losing when it was normal. It's like I got so many of those today though. It's like what the fuck, dude? Is this how the people in the rank want to get their rank now? They were expecting it to just juggle me forever on my Leroy, I guess. But when that didn't happen, they decided to lag switch. I mean, I can't juggle him for days with my Lily or my Asuka or my Reina. What the fuck, dude? I gotta pull the switch. That's how you know a lot of those people playing those characters. They're not good, man. They suck. They don't know how to play any game without mashing, and if they start losing, even when they're mashing, they gotta resort to cheating like that. They gotta lag switch. I still win the matches even when they try to lag switch. It doesn't work. Like if you know how to play the game, you know how to deal with that stupid shit. I just don't rematch them anymore though. But yeah, also Leo gives me trouble still on my at least on my Leroy. I could beat him pretty easily with my Raven or even my Shaheen. Sure. You know what? I might make a Tekken themed Elden Ring character. I think that would be pretty cool. I think I could put together one. It might be pretty easy to make like a Mishima with the lightning theme they got in the devil powers. Some of them have, or at least Jen and Kazuya do. Yeah, I'm gonna build a Mishima maybe. And with the monk abilities that the DLC is gonna have, I could probably make a pretty good Leroy or a what law. Yeah, we can make a good law with those abilities too. Or Fang. Either of the Kung Fu boys we can make probably. Yeah, we're gonna make that shit. I'm gonna make a Leroy maybe. One second. I wish they put dreads in the game. There's the only Souls game that ever had like dreads or braids was Dark Souls 2. That's one thing I can compliment Dark Souls 2 for. At least they had dreadlocks in that game. Okay, I'm in here. I'm gonna switch over the screen in a minute. Just gonna make sure I don't dox myself. What's showing on the stream right now? Oh, the game. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Well, man, I'm so hungry. The gym also made me hungry. I was gonna eat earlier, but my water was not done. And I mean, I put my water on the pot really late, so that was my mistake. Otherwise, I would have eaten by now. Anyway, let's watch this helpful tip, this PSA video, whatever it is. Let me switch over. All right, check that shit out. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my seasoning? I need a bit of seasoning. This ain't gonna taste right without that. Oh man, I was so sweaty when I got home too. Ugh. And my whole fit was drenched. I had to change clothes before I started streaming as well. Okay. That's also why I started later than I expected. I had to change clothes. Okay, I'm gonna click it. This is called The Worst She Can Say Is No. An 80s dating tutorial. Oh man. Let's check that shit out. We need to know the laws of the land.
Starting a conversation with a real live female.
A real live one?
Intimidating. But when you put yourself out there, the worst she can say is no.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
You can start by breaking the ice. Try opening with something like this.
The worst you can say is police. Or she'll be filming you on TikTok and pretending like you're some evil person, so they can just get a bunch of clicks.
How's your book? Is it good?
Try opening with something like this.
How's your book? Is it good?
It sure is. Or this.
Plenty of cute dogs out. Do you like dogs?
No.
I sure do. Or this.
Say, did you hear about the genocide on the news?
Yeah.
I sure did.
Good icebreaker.
You've broken the ice. Introduce
He's
yourself
smooth.
and start chatting.
I'm Melvin.
Polly.
Sure, I'm Melvin.
Do you like coming to this park?
I sure do.
She's here.
Me too.
Cool.
What's the book she's reading? Ask about the book,
Conversation
dude.
feels stiff. Ditch the small talk and bring in some playful humor.
To Kill a Mockingbird, huh?
No, that's what she's reading? No,
Is that a
that's...
book about dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It's actually a book about creepy guys on park benches.
She's calling you creepy.
Relax, I'm just messing with you.
Sure.
Oh.
Teasing is a good sign.
Wow. You're funny.
I guess I'm the funniest one on this bench.
But just don't go too far
Damn,
with it.
she's really
like
roasting him.
this.
More like the dumbest bitch on this bench.
Yeah.
Or like
He's
this.
nagging her.
I guess I'm the funniest one on this bench.
Guess I'm the creepiest.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's the right answer.
Yikes. Just play it cool and don't come on too strong.
I don't know. My dinosaur joke was pretty good.
No,
I
it
guess
wasn't.
it could use a couple more dinosaurs in here.
But if you really want to win her over, try showing off your soft side.
Hey, do you want to see what I got my mom?
Wait a minute. This is the 80s. There was no TikTok, so he's safe.
Do you want to see what I got my mom for Mother's Day?
Sure.
Which should be easy, thanks to today's sponsor, Polskern. Quality accessories for both women and men.
Wow, it's so pretty.
I know.
This is an actual ad and fucking sketch they're doing. They be doing this a lot now. They actually got sponsors on this fucking channel. I don't know who the hell would sponsor this shit, but they got them at least. Which good for them.
I got my dad for Father's Day.
Oh, pretty.
I know. And check out the watch I got my dad for Father's Day.
Whoa.
Oh,
You're
wow.
so thoughtful. My dad would dig something like that, too.
You should get one for him.
He left when I was 6. But maybe if I did, he'd realize it's time to come back home.
So,
I'm fatherless.
I'm a brand new mystery man with these hip shades and a dope chain.
Yeah,
The real mystery is how the heck you're still single.
I know, right?
Stop. You're gonna make me give up my exclusive promo code.
Exclusive promo code?
Yeah, my promo code is SkyCorp, so you can get a discount on all full
Yeah, in the
products.
80s.
Or click the link in my description.
You click links in the 80s on the
Well, I
non-existent
don't
internet.
understand what any of that means, but that sounds very nice.
Well, technically, the internet did exist in the 80s. It was just a lot of only nerds accessed it, and you had to know specific codes to get on certain sites. It wasn't like you just type in the name of a URL. It was not as accessible as it is today, and most people did not use it.
Man, you're not so bad after all.
If the conversation is flowing and it feels like she likes you, try asking for her phone number.
You know, maybe I could,
Remember, the worst she can say is no.
I could, get your number, or get your phone, get the number to your phone.
Can I have your phone?
Oh, I have
A boyfriend.
the number already written down in my pocket.
Thanks.
It's probably her boyfriend's number.
I'd like that.
That happens.
Make sure you wait
Just to make
until
her
the
boyfriend
evening
jealous.
to call her and come up with some date options before you ask her out.
Police are still actively searching for a man involved in a disturbing incident at Buena Vista
Look at this
earlier
shit.
today.
I knew it.
One young woman in particular.
How to give my number?
I fucking knew it, dude. This is what actually happens. This shit actually happens, except they post this shit on TikTok. It's not just on the local news, but sometimes it might end up on the local news. Shit, dude. I fucking called it.
How to give my number? He was gonna probably start masturbating.
Yeah, he was gonna whip it out.
I just hope
Look at him.
catch him so that he never harasses anyone ever again.
Oh my gosh.
Sketch artists were able to create this drawing of the offender.
Damn, that's
The
accurate.
victim was also able to provide this audio recording.
Maybe I could, get your number, or get your phone, get the number to your phone.
What an awful person.
Absolutely terrifying. If anyone has any
You believe
information on
the
this
nerve?
alleged rapist, please contact
He's
the
a
LAPD
rapist.
Crime Tips hotline below.
What the fuck?
Come on. It's me, Melvin.
Oh,
Yeah, why are you on the news saying a bunch of terrible, awful things about me? Why is this, no, this isn't funny. Why are you laughing?
silly. You thought a girl like me would go out with a creep like you?
I was only trying to talk to you.
Yeah, brokey.
Thanks for distracting them all. We gotta go get here in confession, you sick fuck.
Who is this?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You dusty brokey. How dare you talk to a woman?
I was just trying to ask her out. I swear.
Well, I got the perfect fishing spot. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Wow.
Holy crap! No! I can't understand! He's making a run for it!
They joke. But this is not that far from what happened. Worst she say isn't no. Don't approach women. Exactly. Exactly. At least Western women. Don't approach them. Western women will do this. There's, you know, if you don't come at them with like Cash App link, they'll do this. Sad but true. Sad but true. 1 second. I'm done eating now, so we can go back to the game. Shit, you can't even go to church anymore to meet a nice woman. They like fuck. They're just trying to find a sucker at church because they think, you know, there's gullible men at church that we can completely, you know, milk for money. We're gonna say we want to marry them, but then we plan to divorce them like after 2 months or something, and get that divorce settlement. Sad. It's very sad, but this is promoted in the West. You go on TikTok, you'll see that. You'll see that supported all over TikTok, in the Western TikTok anyway. Anyway, we put the game back on. How did I fucking predict that's what would happen? I'd never even seen that video. But damn, sure enough, yeah, the cops got involved. Anyway. Yeah, he got accused of being a rapist. He should have offered her like a few hundreds, a few Benjamins. Then she wouldn't have done that. At least not yet. She would have waited later. Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong character. 1 second. I'm going to go to my level 1. I'm on one of my SSDs I was on the wrong SSD. I mean, I forgot which SSD I was on, so I thought I had it set up already. But my level 1 is also on this SSD, but I'm not used to like switching over. Okay, we're gonna go to, yeah, here we go. No. Yeah. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Had to burp. I'm gonna take another swig of my drink. Place is so cozy without that annoying wagon. I can move into a place like this, although the roommates kind of suck. These skeletons all that show up. Like, there's one over here where they're gonna show up. Yeah, that annoying fuck. I bet he's late with the rent too. Can't trust him. I need my lamp. Where do you get this lamp again? I forgot where you buy this. Oh, I think you get it from that one merchant at Learna Lake. So I gotta make sure I don't fuck up any NPC quests before I go to Liurnia, if I want an actual lamp. Like on my other file. Like on my new character that I made for the Erdtree, I don't have a lamp yet. I don't even think I even have a torch. I need to buy that torch. Hi, buddies. Oh my god. He went right through the pillar just to hit me. Like the bitch that he is. Okay. It's okay. It's fine. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. 1 second. I'm gonna look on another window right quick. This video, oh my god. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. It's good advice, you know. Don't approach women. It's dangerous. All right. Summer Games Fest? Oh, Just Yellis. What's going on with Summer Games Fest? Let me hear about it. I didn't hear any issues about it, but maybe there are some. Skip the song because it might be copyrighted.
I will be talking about Summer Game Fest 2024. Now this is a bit of a strange year. Jeff Keighley said it's going to be a slow year for games. So the show's going to be
Wait, she's
8
British?
out of 10.
I don't remember her having a British
8
accent.
out of 10, after a statement like that, is not an 8. It sounds more like a 6. It sounds like he's saying, hey, don't get your hopes up. Don't have high expectations.
No surprise from
it's going to be
Soft.
a fantastic show.
No
Like,
Bloodborne, okay.
No, you can't say 8 out of 10 after a statement like that. Like, that's concerning. That's weird. So, ever since that, I feel like you have to say 8 because that's like a safe number. But other than that, I feel like the show's not going to be very exciting at all. No, I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I want Game Awards to
I didn't see that tweet, I guess, if we made it.
You know, be the best Game Awards that we've gotten. You know, it would be funny and cheeky if he's hyping it down, so then if it turns out to be a great show that it is.
Game Awards? No, we're talking about Summer Game Fest.
You know,
It's not the awards
I want
yet.
to talk about the games that I think are going to be there, which, you know, is a 6 out of 10 list.
You said Game Awards.
So I didn't go too crazy. And she did mention that there were actually a few games that aren't going to be there.
Will we see the Sonic movie preview? It's been long overdue for another preview for the new Sonic movie.
No
That's coming out soon.
No Nintendo.
I mean, it's coming out at the end of the year.
No Ace Light or
It's just
Joseph
something.
Faris. No Judas. No Kingdom Hearts. I think there are a few more on the list, but like, that's like. Even though they knows, there's still games that we already know.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts was announced a while ago. Still ain't seen shit about it since.
Except the fact that we just want to see dates, we just want to see when, we just want to see how, you know? But in that case, like, yes, they did announce that they're going to do more from Monster Hunter Wilds, which I'm so excited for, so that's already going to be a good show for me. Seeing more gameplay for Monster Hunter Wilds is fantastic, and also the fact that
I'm crouching like a motherfucker.
and they're making their own
Monster Hunter Wild looks
horror
good.
games. They're not going to base it off an
Can't wait.
existing horror movie, series, or icon.
My brother
So
finally got
that's
on
really
PC
cool.
now.
I'm all the way
You can see how good Monster Hunter can be on PC. He was playing Monster
so
Hunter on
that's
console.
exciting. I just hope that it's not an online only.
He's gonna love it on
That would
PC
be my
though.
head. I don't want to love Dead by Daylight. Let them be them, you know, like, leave me alone.
His
But
first
yes, I
PC
want to
build,
share my list of games
he's got it
that I
made.
think will be coming out like 6 out of 10.
Dead by Daylight. I don't care about that game. I own it, and I don't play
yeah,
it.
it seems that the games
I've never
that
played
I
it,
have on my list
but I own it.
seem
Because I was planning to play with some friends, but I don't talk to them anymore. Oh, what the fuck?
outstanding, which is unfortunate.
I got it for friends
Those are
that
my list of games
don't
that I
even
think
talk to
we're
me
gonna see,
anymore.
and I hope, fingers crossed, that we're going to hear of. I did have to stay away
I don't even
from
like looking at
Xbox
that game
games
now.
only because a couple of days later they're doing their own showcase. So Xbox's Xbox games, not that there are many, but I didn't even bother to put on this list because I'm like, they need to do something special for themselves. They need to put themselves back on the radar again.
Who?
Because it's just been nothing but weird and weird and weird.
Who needs to be on the radar?
So I hope that Xbox is a successful, fantastic show.
Oh, Xbox.
On the money.
Consoles are just like outdated.
And I don't think that they should.
They don't need to do shit. Consoles just need to like. People need to.
But the first Xbox
People realize
game
that consoles are not the
made
future.
an appearance at Summer Game Fest because of the fact
The
that
console war is
you know,
stupid
you
in
know,
2024. It made
you
sense
know,
back when it was just
you know,
Super
I feel
Nintendo
like,
and Genesis.
yes,
Not
it's
today.
an Xbox exclusive game, but Summer Game Fest is
Like all the exclusives are on PC. They don't have exclusives. All PlayStation and Xbox games are on PC. And technically Nintendo is on PC as well. People just emulate that
My
shit.
absolute biggest dream.
Like console, there's no point to
this
consoles
year's Summer Game Fest the best for
There's-
me is if they give me a new generator.
And the reason that you can have a console was always a bad reason anyway. Oh, we hold certain games hostage on this fucking paperweight. That's the best reason to get this shit paperweight. Like, nah, fuck that.
More generator, please. As for DLC sake, I feel like what's more possible in a Spider-Man 2 DLC seems like an Alan Wake 2 DLC. That game was
Is it getting more?
absolutely phenomenal.
Alan Wake?
To play a little bit more of it is very exciting to me. So I believe
Where's the Max Payne game they're supposed to be
The Marvel 1943 Hydra game. I'm not interested. But,
I'm not interested in any of the Marvel shit. They fucked up Marvel. Disney buying Marvel was a mistake.
Is coming, and then I feel like
They should have stopped making movies after
I feel like they could also show us
the Infinity War, whatever the fuck it's
Wonder
called.
Woman, which is another game that I'm not super duper interested in because I don't really care for superhero stuff too much. I just feel like they're very tight.
It depends on how well the writing is. I'm not going to say like, oh well, I just don't like superhero shit. That doesn't make sense. It's all about execution and the writing and the directing.
You know, like.
What does that mean? It's not like every fucking superhero movie is the same. They're not all made in the same way.
Because everyone's talking about it. Ghost of Tsushima 2. I enjoyed the first game. I didn't love it. I thought it was super basic.
And then they make a lot of
beautiful game.
comic characters. They're focused on a lot of anti-heroes, not even like some stereotypical take.
I did enjoy Ghost of Tsushima.
It's just saving cats from trees or something.
Ghost of Tsushima 2. Naughty Dog, they were talking about new games that they're making. I feel like they could at least announce one of them. Since PlayStation is not really doing a showcase because they stick to more state of play. I feel like Naughty Dog making a presence would be really exciting.
And not all superhero shit is created equal. So I can't just say like I don't like anything with superheroes. That's not true. I don't understand people like this completely right off a genre. Like, well, I don't like sci-fi.
Dragon Age, you know, it's a popular series.
But you like this other sci-fi. Well, yeah, but I don't like sci-fi. No, you just like the movie that's sci-fi. That if it's made entertaining, if it's an entertaining sci-fi film, you will watch it.
Tomorrow,
don't just write off shit just because of some bullshit classification or something.
Talking about making a game based on
it's all about the writing
and which
directing and execution.
Again, another game that I'm just like, you know, whatever. 007 is another one. Other than that, guys, I don't really
007? Did they make another?
That's.
Wait a sec. I'm gonna die.
Crazy. Nothing crazy.
I'm gonna turn the volume down.
And yeah, just superhero stuff after very similar games and more similar games. You know, it's just like,
yeah, she's a bit loud.
Yeah, what
and I'm a bit loud.
do you think they're gonna show us? Like, I don't know what.
She's just saying superhero stuff, but if it's good, it doesn't matter. But they're not making good shit anymore with the Marvel IP, so it's like
that would be absolutely phenomenal. But the fact that
Bloodborne, that's what I want.
Games aren't making
Bring that back. I want that to be announced at the show.
Has the most potential to produce a remake of Bloodborne, and I personally
just remake it. I don't want a sequel, just remake it.
Demon Souls. Wow, that's the most next generation video game I've ever seen play to date. So
Bloodborne? Or Demon Souls, I mean. Yeah, Demon Souls did look good, the remake.
I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, so again, this is a little bit of a strange year this year. I don't know, we keep my expectations lower than low, but I'm always excited to be part of these shows. I'm always excited to watch them. It's just, you know, the replacement of E3. Yeah, I feel like
that is E3 now, the summer games.
Killing E3 just so he can have his own. I don't know. I just have this really strange, like, Illuminati-esque feeling about Jeff Keighley. Like,
I mean, I think there is some insider industry fuckery that was behind why E3 went away and then we got this other replacement. That's possible.
They've made many new gameplay videos that, let me tell you, Black Myth will probably be one of those anticipating interest. I don't care what comes out from this video. But yeah, Black Myth was just something.
Yeah, Black Myth is good. I want to get. I'm interested in that game. That comes out in August. So we'll likely see that at the Summer Games Fest.
Very exciting.
It's coming out too soon.
What do you think is going to be presented at the show this year? What do you want? Let me know right in the comments. I genuinely want to go through them and have a look.
And Space Marines 2 is also coming out around the same time, or at least after. That looks good, actually. I didn't even like Space Marines 1, but Space Marines 2 looks like it was worth my time.
Really wanted to talk about Summer Game Fest today.
Yeah, Warhammer 40k shit.
Regardless of.
I've always been interested in it. I just never really got into it. And a lot of the games related to Warhammer 40k suck ass.
So, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Let me know what you think is coming.
But this one looks like it'll be something to dip my toes into. Space Marine 2.
I appreciate you watching, and I will see you.
Looks like they got some Souls-like shit going on in there, too. What the fuck, dude? Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face, Crucifixes. That's what they need to be called. The Crucifix Boys. Alright. It's just all this fucking Elden Ring preview shit on my front page. Why? I'm not clicking on any of that. The Whitest Kids You Know marathon? I love that show. That show was pretty good. It's kind of sad though that Trevor died. Although I kind of wonder though, their reaction after he died, like his friends or the people he worked with on the show, like when he died, they didn't act like he really died at all. They didn't seem broken up about it. So I gotta wonder, like I wonder because Trevor on his Twitter he wrote that like if he would fake his own death, just to get live comfortably or something. So I gotta wonder if he really died or not because he threw that out there, and the reaction of his friends / his troop friends because they were a comedy troupe. It makes me wonder if he really did die. I don't know. Okay, Video Game Donkey did a video about Sonic Adventure 2. I want to watch that on the screen though. So I should have watched that while I was eating. Oh, Animal Well, that was the last video he made. That was 4 weeks ago. I heard Animal Well was pretty good, actually. I might try it. The one game they will never remaster, what game is it? Some ramen? You made a ramen video? What the fuck? I do like ramen. One second. I need something to soothe me while I die to this boss. I think I'm getting them now. Like I got them down to less than half health. At least one of them. Oh, Ratatosker video. I do like that channel. Am I ready for a Shadow of the Erdtree? Let's see. You better not post spoilers, dude. Oh, he has spoilers. Never mind. He watched the demo. Damn, so many channels got demo shit. Okay. Oh, now we know the number of the NPCs too? No. Oh, no, that's from the main game. Never mind. Okay. Hungover. No. Damn it. I'm just trying to avoid spoilers, guys. That's all. Oh, it's the Quaalag stream. I was in that stream earlier. We're not going to listen to that, though. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'll listen to a bit of it because there's some shit I missed. It's a lore stream, and I do like listening to the lore. So we're gonna listen to a little bit of her stream. That'll soothe me while I die to this boss.
That's been revealed.
This is Quaalag.
Kind of a big deal, and I almost want to avoid talking about them.
She's talking about the demo stuff. She did talk about some of it. I dipped out when she started talking about some shit from it.
It's not even like a big deal to the central plot as it pertains to Mikola. It's like one.
Let me skip this part.
I think right now in chat, that's where you can find his channel. I also want to give a disclaimer too.
Maybe Ratatosk.
Occasionally we refer to Mikola and Saint Trina as like he, they, she. Like I'm kind of all over the place with Saint Trina's pronouns. I just want to make sure that people know.
I don't know if they actually have official pronouns.
So that way it's not.
Because nobody actually knows the gender of Saint Trina, really. They're just guessing.
Potentially upsetting to folks. But yeah, I just want to let you all know. I'm an actual Cali native. My family goes back hundreds of generations. I support the Valley Girl accent. I think it's actually part of the Chola history and not a white girl thing. LOL. No, 100%. Triple J. 100%. But because I'm a white girl in the Valley, it's like a it became a stereotype, even though it's not historically accurate at all.
She's in the Valley?
But it did, I think, legally blocked, and like a lot of the media in the 90s was.
Oh, yeah, that shit.
Was the thing that bastardized it. But yeah, so.
And then there was the movie Valley Girls. That's where that came from.
Yeah, I think that like,
the actual movie Valley Girls.
That it's harmless and that we're all just trying
not
to.
Clueless. I mean, Clueless kind of copied a little
like
bit of that.
Mikola, Saint Trina gender thing, I think a lot of people are pretty okay.
Valley Girls was
As I was watching the preview, I saw people in the live chat get really upset. And I just want to let people
know that was one of
the
better Nick Cage movies, Valley Girls.
Do not worry, I'm not trying to erase that aspect of Mikola when we used male pronouns.
That was like one of his first films.
I'm not erasing the Saint Trina aspect.
Oh yeah,
I see you. I understand.
The pronouns.
And I understand the fear, but I promise you.
Yeah, people get kind of like triggered.
I'm here with you. I'm on your team.
Over the.
Oh my God, great! Hello.
Saint Trina being called female or not. I don't know. It's really weird.
We have a gardener right outside of the window, so.
Who cares?
Apologies.
It's not a big.
Yeah, so
it's not a big deal if
Mikola
has a female sort of alias.
And then I'm going to go into spoilery stuff, and I will give another.
We already have America with
Radigan. Spoilery content. Yeah, if you watch Vati's video, you're good. If you watch Vati's video, you're okay. So we're going to be talking about this.
But we don't really know what Saint Trina's
actual
to
the event.
Pronouns are.
And a lot of people were angry at Vati for what? Like
for spoiling.
For those people that don't know how that works.
How dare he? How dare he do that?
Has like different community teams.
Vati shouldn't spoil.
Technically, Vati's in like a full ass other region.
I mean,
they're not.
He got invited to.
He didn't go to the United States event. So why would he invite me? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, he didn't even go? How did he play it?
It's so stupid. And it's not even Vati's fault that I didn't invite, like, what? Stop it. Stop the hate. Stop the hate.
How does he have the demo shit? He said he played it. Did it just give him a code?
Well, we'd be going over anything that you discussed with Brad.
Maybe he got a code.
We can, if you guys want to. If you haven't watched it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We won't be. Yeah, stop. Stop the unnecessary, like, anger towards Vati. Isn't Vati Australian? Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, this is not the same region, y'all.
He's Australian? I thought he was in Britain.
Chill. I didn't see any female creators at all. Yes, So Lurks got to go to the event. She's amazing. She's a Soulsborne.
I've heard of Lurks.
It seems like a lot of PvP in the United States for like the United. I mean, Lurks, I don't even know, is she in the US? But I think she went to the US one because I saw she was there with Oro and
Yeah, Oro
a couple
World.
other people.
You talked about the level up system. I didn't watch it though.
Creators. So she is okay. She's in the U.S. So they got invited. It seems like a lot of people that were invited in the United States event are challenge runners, PvPers, and a bunch of other stuff. I didn't see.
Not lore
I
guys.
didn't see Raph there. I think she's another North American content creator. Raph does both lore and PvP. But I know
I showed a
that
PvP before
in
starting the
Europe,
stream. That
a
shit's
lot of lore content
good shit.
creators were being invited, and I know in PAL, like the PAL region, they were lore content creators were invited, but I don't know about the United States. It didn't seem like the US community team was reaching out to lore people at all, which is
They're so shallow.
fine. That's okay. I'm not like, I'm actually not. I was being like, oh, I wish I could have gone, you know, but at the same time, it's not. I don't even know if I would have been able to afford like the airfare to
Yeah,
go.
they wouldn't
you know?
pay?
Like, it's not.
They wouldn't have
it's
foot the
not
bill?
A loss. I don't care.
Well, that would have sucked them. Okay.
Fuming. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm breaking windows and smashing things. I'm pissed. Okay, let me
I'm
pull
dead.
up the Lore Theory Thursday submission thread.
I just want to hear what
I
lore
don't know
that
if we
I
got
just.
any this week on Discord. It's been so chaotic.
This is Lore
because of
Theory
the
Thursday.
preview that
So
released.
people post their weird lore
And
in her
it's been
Discord.
especially
I want to hear
chaotic.
the weird shit that I missed.
that it's been hard to keep track of everything because
Weird theories.
even I was kind of like, man, do I need to have blinders on for the rest of this week, or like should I?
Yeah, dude, I'm not watching any of them
I
damn
might even
elderly
switch over to just
videos.
playing the game at some point. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the vibes are today. I hope y'all are doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm afraid to go on like fucking
How is it?
any Reddits or
Are we preview
Twitter
spoilers today or not? We will
that's
be.
talking
I'll
about
let you guys
Elden Ring.
know. I'll let you guys know. I sent one on Discord. Okay, let me find.
Even Discords.
Lore Theory Thursday
I'm afraid to go on those too.
Okay,
Someone's gonna be dumb and post a spoiler.
so there's the Ride to Hell Resurrection. I just posted a theory on the forums that has
What?
potential Norse mythology inspiration for the DLC that I would love to look at. Okay, I will.
There's a bit of Norse mythology, but I don't think that's
Oh, the Pale Horseman theory?
it's not exclusively
Elden Ring
Norse
theory.
mythology in the game.
Okay, so this one has to do with the Pale Horseman that is in the shadow of the Erdtree. Trailer, not the preview, but the gameplay trailer. The first trailer, the first Shadow of the Erdtree trailer that we watched. So for those of you that have seen that, that's what this is.
The gameplay trailer.
Okay. Let me figure out how. Oh. That's not accurate. That's not true. The slug horse. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the slug horse.
Fucking branch.
Thanks, OBS? That's not what I want. We're having.
This is gonna be a slow one if I gotta wait for them to
Okay.
break up.
Woo! Yippee!
Out of context, that sounds weird. I gotta wait for them to break up, guys.
Okay, so this is.
Oh, sorry, we never have a chance.
Coca-Cola's breakdown of the slug horse. I'm sorry, the slug horse? Yeah, the slug horse. We're talking about this horse that's in the gameplay trailer.
Oh yeah, the horse with the melting legs.
Oh!
The slug
That looks
horse.
like the
That's
one
what they
we-
said.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of, there's that one
That horse is
Celtic.
peculiar.
mythos.
It looks, I don't know.
Okay, somebody posted in the
Is that
chat.
an Albonara
Get it
horse?
submitted to me
Maybe it's
all
an
the time.
Albonara horse.
I get it submitted to me all the time. I know it's out there.
Maybe it has silver blood.
By the way,
Unicorns
DSC
have
only has
silver
a
blood
few,
apparently
less than
in
all
Harry
of Dark
Potter.
Souls 3. Oh yeah, Nekolovi. There you go. Apologies. Nekolovi? Is that how you say it? The Kelpie. This is spoiler free, so this part is spoiler free, but later on we will be diving into spoilers. I will let you guys know when that happens.
Good. At least she warns us.
Big Nadir vibes. Yeah, we can go into this one
Nadir?
next. So we'll talk about that. But there's a lot of
A
speculation.
slug horse reminds him of Madeir? How?
So I honestly didn't know about the Nikiovi until after I made this theory. It's
Wait a
only
minute,
came
let
to
me pull the
yeah,
window
no, I
so I can see what the hell they're
have
looking
both
at.
chats up. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am not looking at the window.
Just because I gloss over people's messages doesn't mean that I'm ignoring y'all.
Oh, people actually complain about that? Have they never been in the stream? That
I've
always
never
happens. So
only
you got
just paid
hundreds of
attention
people in
to
the
Twitch.
damn
I can like reassure
chat.
you guys that. Here,
That's
let me
just
actually
gonna
show
happen.
you. Hold on. Hold on.
It looks like
Yeah,
they
YouTube
needed
chat salty
clicks or
early.
something.
Hold on.
Alright. Now I can see what they're looking at. Okay.
I have an idea.
One moment.
So that way you all can see what I see.
I'm gonna pull my chair up. Yeah, they're looking at the melting horse. This reminds them of Madeir. Or maybe they're talking about the environment they're in. I guess the environment looks like Madeir. Yeah, the environment they're in does look like
I might
Madeir,
actually
the Madeir
take-
boss arena.
I have a little footrest.
I never
and I might
noticed
actually
that.
move it and put Cooper on it.
Yeah.
No, this is way too wiggly. I don't think
That
you
looks like
actually
it's gonna
know
be a
what's
boss,
going
not even like a normal enemy.
on. Alright, I guess
That
you call
melting
that
horse with the rider on it, the skeleton.
Okay. Alright.
That dog, that's like a cat dog. She
Okay, so we're
picked
gonna
up her dog.
move this over here.
Not even a
Now
real
we're gonna
dog.
do
It's a cat
this.
dog.
We're gonna do this. Alright.
He sure does bark
say
loudly.
hello to chat.
Alright,
Sorry.
back to dying.
I'm getting this, like, getting this under control.
Okay. Now I probably won't rage as much now that I got something to,
Cool.
lessen the blow.
We good? No, I've only made it to another live stream of hers.
I got my drink with
And
me.
in that one, she realized after about 20 minutes that she just had Twitch chat working. Oh, I see. Was there like a restream?
Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
It probably was that restream got bugged out during that chat. Don't worry, I promise I see you, Jay. I see you. I see you guys. Y'all are there. Okay.
That's it.
It's like the NYC Dublin portal. God. Rest in peace to that thing. Okay, so what is the Pale Horseman? In the trailer for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, we can briefly see a large skeletal creature riding atop a sickly, or pale sickly horse.
There's like
Since
a
we don't have an official name for the
black
horse
mage
horse rider yet,
face.
I'll refer to both of them as the Pale Horseman, or just
Well,
the
also
Horseman
being a
to make it
skeleton.
easier to talk about them. I've closely analyzed the
Very
horseman's anatomy, location, and themes from a
abstract
few
stuff.
frames that might be these creatures. Wait, sorry. And themes from a few of these frames that these creatures are pictured within, and I believe I figured out what these little weirdos might be. So the horse's pale skin coloration and sunken eyes are traits that are seen on the first generation Almanorex.
yeah, they look like all
The
the
horse appears to be melting into a dark silver flesh that seems to also comprise the creature mounting it. Such flesh could be further evidence that these creatures are silver tears or Almanoric in origin. Cicada lilies being present in the area confirms a possible connection to Mikola. The area is taking place upon a flat plane of water, which suggests an association with death and the afterlife, as well as it could be another reference to the ripple, seeing as the capillary waves or ripples are formed on the water surface. The weapon is the shape of the crescent, which could be another relation to Mikola's Great Rune, the eclipse
Yeah,
of the
it
ripple.
probably
Also,
is.
hold on, sorry, this
They're devotees, maybe. This boss.
okay. Oops.
That's a good theory.
Where are we chat? Okay.
That's what I
Sorry.
thought. I mean, at least the Albanaric. Right?
So the anatomy. From observing the horseman's anatomy, I'm nearly convinced that both the horseman and its steed are albinorics, or at the very least heavily related to them based on my prior observations. This idea is supported by looking specifically at the rider's design, which draws many parallels to the anatomy of the first generation albinorics. To better demonstrate this, here are both images of them side by side. So yeah, there's like an extra bone in the shoulder. That's a good catch. I totally didn't realize that.
Oh.
But yeah, it seems like there's an extra joint. A dropped head, bent knees, large barrel-shaped chest, silver flesh.
Yeah, they're like a swole skeleton,
short,
which is,
seemingly non-functional legs.
odd to think about, but yeah, they go to the gym.
Much larger size or per head. I think another thing that stands out to me here is that there is, like, I know in this, like, this bottom part of the horse, it looks kind of like a dark gray material.
Silver?
Like the silver tier.
Yeah.
But it also kind of looks black, and it looks really similar to the way that the Deathroot skeletons are being animated, where there's the black goop that's inside of them. I'm kind of curious to see if this is albinoric related, or if it's something else, or if we're getting kind of like
albinoric and Deathroot.
I don't know. I'm curious to see what this guy
Those who
is,
live in
because
death. That would explain why that skeleton's riding on it.
I mean, obviously the skeletal, like the arms, definitely support that it's related to the albinoric, but it's strange that it's still animated. Like, why isn't it just faded away? Greetings, fellow world worm hunters. Greetings. Weirdly, its head looks like a humanity sprite from Dark Souls. Yeah, right?
Yeah, humanity. He has the face of like a humanity sprite.
Looks like it's an amalgam from the tree that's haunted by its spirit/spirits. Yeah, true. I don't have a solid explanation for the neck and size discrepancies, which may poke holes in the idea of the horseman being an albinoric. However, I do have an idea as to what the orb in place of its head could possibly be, as I must preface this is entirely speculation. The object that is connected to the horseman's spine might actually be what the brain of the albinoric looks like. As the horseman's skull was removed somehow, this brain appears to be a crystal carved... This brain appears to be a crystal carved in the shape of an orb, or perhaps even made from glintstone seen on Master Lestat and the Crystallians, which would make a lot of sense if we were to believe the albinorics were created by glintstone sorcerers. This better explains why albinorics were denoted as heretical by the Cuckoo Knights, similarly to Selene and the study of the primeval current. Selene, Lestat, and Azur all replaced parts of their body with glintstone to house their souls within them. Following what little we know about the creation of albinorics, we can assume that to create their soul it requires a primordial drop of dew, and that the soul is then housed within a piece of glintstone, or perhaps the primordial drop of dew is already a part of the glintstone itself. Lastly, this also explains why albinorics cast their spells with the occult stat, using an innate magic within them rather than skill learned. Their brains are being made of glintstone fuels their spells, and thus they don't need much intelligence to perform spellcasting. So let's get, like, it's so hard to see. The thing on the end of its head is so obfuscated. It's the lights for its eyes make it difficult to get like a good glimpse of what it is. To me, like, that theory is so strong, and I think that you're right that the same kind of magic that the Cuckoo Kingdom has to do with primordial glintstone sorcery and artificial life. Like, that is what they hate. That's what they're after, right? It's like, they're running around snuffing out the albinorics. They're running around fighting, Pydia, and, like, they formed a coup against Renala because of her rebirthing magic. They don't like mimic tears, and they don't like false life or the continuation of life that goes against natural law.
Unnatural shit.
I think you're right on that. The head
they don't like
kind of just looks more like that black material, but just in a ball shape, which that I think lends itself to the fact that it could be like some kind of mimic tear or some kind of thing. Oh my gosh, yeah, so we're actually going to talk about Nuclevi. I literally can't pronounce it. We're going to be talking about that. I think that that's also part of this person's series. The Cuckoo Knight, yeah. We're already going to talk about this, so don't worry. Don't worry, it's delayed. This is part of that person's theory, I think.
See, I missed this part of the stream. I came in a little bit later.
Hi,
I was in the
watch your
stream, but I
podcast with
wasn't here
Brad.
for
When's
this
the
part.
part 2? I actually don't know. We haven't scheduled
When I was
it
in the chat,
or
not the
talked
actual.
about it.
I was on
We just
the
kind of
stream.
realized by,
What?
2 hours and 30 minutes in
Oh my
that,
God.
we hadn't finished talking about all of the questions that they had, so, we'll see. We'll see if we make it happen. I would be,
I like the theory
delighted to
effort.
go back on. Talking to Rat was awesome, but, yeah. Okay, so location. Looking at the background of the Horseman's Arena, we can tell that this area most likely takes place in some cave area, as seen in the trailer.
Yeah,
I came to this
the
conclusion
Madeira
by
cave.
closely examining both together and noticing
Does
how
look
both
like
have
that.
white flowers, glowing lilies, flooding, and bluish purple lighting, all taking place inside a cave. Thank you, Epic! Thank you for the subscription.
What if it takes place in
Yeah,
the
we have
same
to do
place as the
food.
ancestral
I
spirit?
think also too we
Or a similar place, not the same
so
place. It's,
I'm not gonna get into spoilers. We
it's a
did get a
different
little
land,
bit
of course.
of insight on what this character is from Bati's video, and I can go back to it, but I am not going to talk about it right now. But initially, I thought that this person was maybe like I thought that this person was maybe just like a St. Trina devotee. There's a little bit more to the story than that, but I'm not going to talk about it. But, yes. This person is definitely in the same arena as this guy. So, I'm curious.
What the f-
We can safely assume that the lilies shown are St. Trina's lilies, as they're pale white with a bright glow, and they're the only type of lily that we find in the lands between outside of Mikola lilies, which are more of a yellowish color. From this, we can surmise that the horseman has some sort of connection to St. Trina, Mikola, and sleep. Considering my hypothesis that the horseman is an albinorix, this isn't hard to believe from what we already observed with the albinorix. There are multiple instances of albinorix revering Mikola and seeking Erdtree, to which he welcomes them with open arms. Some have even been granted to transcend their form alongside Mikola as they slumber within cocoons in the Ephial.
Although, oddly enough, we don't see any Albanarks in Palantir. I don't think he turned them away. They just don't show up as enemies
to spread their
to fight.
teachings. It's not exactly clear if the albinorix are the priests themselves, or those that the priests spread their teachings to. I'd wager most likely the latter. Some more evidence for the connection between albinorix and sleep are silver crabs. Found all over Liurnia and the consecrated snow fields, these crabs are currently the only enemies of Elden Ring that can inflict the sleep status effect with slumber-inducing breath. Yes, I would also say too, you probably talk about this, but somehow Ronnie also has learned sleep magic.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's some kind of connection with that magic and slumber. There's also some of the weird sleep-themed stuff regarding sleep-themed stuff regarding Renola's boss fight, and like the lullaby themes. There's a lot going on there.
I never noticed. I kill her
I'm
too
not
quick.
saying that anybody is anybody, but
I'll believe
it
it.
just kind of seems like there is
I didn't know she had a lullaby.
there's a relationship between this kind of magic, albinorix, and sleep. I'm with you.
Although there
I'm
is
with you.
singing in the first part of the fight. Is that what she's
I'm
talking
trying
about?
to find some like
Does that make people go to sleep?
some good music. A lot of this is let's do. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, something potentially worth noting is that the Elden Ring wiki states that these crabs' original Japanese names refer to them as the homunculi, but I can't verify this
Yeah,
myself.
that's what I.
If these crabs are
They seem to be
albinorix, it's
homunculi
quite
to
strange
me.
to note that
That's what I've
none of
been
the
calling them.
albinorix in the game currently possess the ability to exhale mist outside of the second generation albinorix, but their breath inflicts frostbite and not sleep. What could this mean exactly? I'm not sure. If we had to speculate
Yeah,
why
like
the horseman
Albanarks in the snow area, they do snow,
perhaps
cold
past was
spells.
protecting something of value to him even
Cold
in
breath.
death. This could
They got that
be
wintergreen breath.
a reason why we fight the horseman to gain this treasured item it protects to give the NPC to progress their quest line. Thank you for the gifted! If we're to assume the horseman is an albinorix, maybe the sorcerer NPC we see in the trailer might want it dead due to its heretical nature, according to the Cuckoo Knight's beliefs. Themes. It's pretty evident when looking at the horseman's design that it's meant to invoke themes of death and decay. the rider and its steed are very visibly undead, and the rider is practically a skeleton at this point, with its last bit of flesh stored within its ribcage and stomach, while the horseman's complete bottom half is nothing more than gory paste. Something else about the horseman's design could connect it with death and its distinct eyes. The only other creature that we have seen that have the white glowing orbs for eyes are the cemetery shades, who themselves are emblematic of death and being gravekeepers. I think another thing too, is like this shade that we have going on here. It's almost like a light periwinkle or like a light bluish purple. It's the same kind of color that the ghosts, like when we summon our spirit ashes, and like the grave monument, it's like that color. It exists in like that spectrum of things. So
I see.
yeah, I'm gonna punch.
Good observation.
I'm gonna punch stuff. Sorry. What else is super important to mention about the horseman's design is concerning its theme and potential influence. The fourth horseman of the apocalypse, the pale horseman, Death. Death is in the Book of Revelations depicted as a skeleton riding atop a ashy pale horse. The color is meant to resemble that of a corpse, extremely similar to the horseman pictured in the DLC trailer. Okay, if this is indeed a reference to Death as the horseman of the apocalypse, this could have large implications considering Death's role in this context. Being a bringer of judgment and doom, while accompanied by Hades, or the afterlife which contains the souls of the dead.
Be a subtle reference.
Interestingly, the area the horseman fights within takes place on a flat plane of water, which in Elden Ring water is heavily associated with the afterlife and death. We can observe the association through the tibia runners who are riding a horseback boat, with the obvious reference to a character of Greek mythology. Sorry, I always mess up his name. Charon? Sometimes I say Charon. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced. I used to say Charon all the time, and then I think people were coming and correcting me, and now I'm like totally lost on it. But yeah, Charon, who guided people across the river Styx into Hades. Charon, the boat rider. I think it's supposed to be close to Charon, yeah. Other examples come from Godwyn as his current state and his many design elements relate to creatures of the sea, and he's gained access. Sorry, he's gained as the Prince of Death.
It's not pronounced.
Another thing too is the souls of astrologers get turned into jellyfish too, which is super neat. We have a lot of like nautical influence with some of the dead imagery. Hold on, Cooper wants to go down. Are you gonna bark and stuff if I put you down? My sweet boy, are you gonna bark? Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Firstly, he has spine fin structures that go across his arms, appearing very similar to dorsal fins, and his lower body looks to be the tail of a fish, which ends in a caudal fin. Lastly, and most striking of all is his head being a clamshell.
There's a lot of info they wrote about this horse.
Flooded with water,
it is very
white
detailed.
Purple coloration. Yeah,
there's a lot to observe.
Like around the rest of the Nameless Eternal City, it's white, which is in line with Nordic mythology, because there's like the white waters that are around the roots of the Yggdrasil.
Oh, in the area they're in too.
But then his water specifically is purple, which like we know that this color purple is associated with the original color of Ghost Flame.
Yeah.
And there's like some purple related stuff regarding sleep and death. They're kind of somewhat related, like the glow eyes, like a little bit of a purplish color.
Yeah, that is.
I don't think that purplish. I don't think that Saint Trina, for example, is like the entity
Well, what did
governing over death. Obviously, Saint Trina is related to sleep, but I do think sleep and death are related in like the mythos of the game. Loosely related. Yeah, yeah. I don't like them. It's a mess. It might be white due to the corpse wax as well, for sure. Sorry, there's a lot of noises. Okay.
Huh? Oh, the dog. I think it's the dog. Cooper.
Purple coloration seeming to emanate from his presence.
That's the name of the dog. He does get loud.
This too
But
is shown by the
fine.
clusters of death root that grow in
I scratched myself, so I forgot the dog.
Visage. Almost exclusively found within flooded areas, usually burial sites. Wherever this Prince of Death is, there is water. I believe knowing that the horseman has some tie to Mikla and being a literal personification of death and doom, it could perhaps have a role in bringing about the eclipse, invoking its power to cast judgment. Eclipses are often symbols of doom or an end of an era, which is exactly what the Four Horsemen are. It may imply that Mikla's end goal in the DLC might not just be to put an end to those who live in death, but soon too will put an end to the Erdtree and allow it to finally die, setting the stage for a new age to come forth.
Maybe
In conclusion,
that might be what they're
the three
doing.
main things we can take away from the Horsemen, based on the evidence I've provided here, is that one, its anatomy suggests a kinship with Almanor's, and two, its placement within the DLC suggests an allegiance to Mikla. And last but not least, its thematic tie suggests a bigger bringer of death doom and the lines between. Regardless, thank you so much for reading my rankings. Thank you for submitting! Thank you so much.
Fuck. It's a nice theory.
Hold on. Sorry, Cooper is being...
They're very detailed in their explanation.
Thank you so much. Let's read about Neclovy real quick, because this is also a common theory within my community, and I want to give the Neclovy stands attention regarding this. So, Neclovy, apologies if I'm mispronouncing this, is a horse-like demon from Orcadian folklore that combines equine and human elements. British folklorist Catherine Briggs calls it the nastiest of all demons in Scotland's Northern Isles. The Neclovy?
Pretty cool.
I don't know if I'm saying anything right. Neclovy's breath was thought to wilt crops and sicken livestock, and the creature
Why don't
was
you
held
stop?
responsible for droughts and epidemics on land despite being
He's just trying to stab
predominantly
you over and
sea-dwelling.
over.
A graphic description of it appears on land and was given by an islander who claimed to have a confrontation with it, but accounts describing the details of the creature's appearance are inconsistent. In common with many other sea monsters, it's unable to tolerate fresh water. Therefore, those it is pursuing
Oh my
only
god.
to cross a river or a stream to be rid of it. It is kept in confinement during summer months by Mither of the Sea, an ancient Orcadian spirit, and the only one able to control it. In Orcadian folklore, Orcadian folklore has a strong Scandinavian influence, and maybe because the Neclovy is a composite of the water horse from Celtic mythology, a creature imported by the Norsemen. A similar malevolent entity such as the Kelpie is often offered an explanation for incidents that islanders and ancient terms cannot otherwise understand. So it's just like a water-related horseman. I want to know if there is like other...
So they're trying to say that this horse slug
about this
is based off of
being,
that?
like, a
Maybe.
rider, like a horse rider that's associated with...
I think they're just an almanac, but
Ocean.
they're more likely related to the horse
Is
of
there any
death, but that's a
other,
possibility. Possibly some
are there any
Scandinavian
other
influence.
crossovers?
Who knows? We're
Like,
dealing with
is the
Miyazaki
horse
and George R. R. Martin.
white, or it's just associated with death and like wilting crops. So it's like I think it's like the triad maybe that people are. Okay, wait, Neclovy. Thank you. It seems like it's the combination of the water, the horsemen, and death. Big horse, check. Yeah, big horse, check. Water, check. Death.
Big horse.
So, like, aesthetically, it could be...
How big is
from
it?
that. Greek myth also has Poseidon make horses from waves. Yes. There's also Celtic myth with the Kelpies and, like, a bunch of other, like, aquatic-related horses. But
Yeah,
I
Neptune
think maybe the reason why people are thinking about this one in particular
Poseidon.
is because it has to do with death.
Has like water horses.
In
and
Greek
shit.
mythology, sleep and death are brothers. Mikla and Godwin are brothers. One is sleep and one is death. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's like Xanatos and
The flayed skin is
And,
the main one. Oh, so it, like,
Psychos?
it has
What's his
flayed
name?
skin.
no Hypnos and
I love
Xanatos.
this, like, image,
I think
though.
that's the name.
Like a giant man with, like a glowing demon horse. Maybe Merlin? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that is what Nicola and Godwin are inspired by.
Remember the fan-made Nikela V boss from Bati's art contest? No, I don't. When was that? Can someone send me that? Cool. Thank you so much for submitting this series out. This was really fun to read. I love it. I'm about
Yeah, her
it.
community's pretty creative.
Let's see who else has submitted anything this week.
Pretty damn smart. They have a lot of this cultural knowledge about these
Right
obscure entities and
Resurrection. I love this title.
that might have influenced. I don't know.
Alright, so we're gonna be going through this, and then we're
Might
gonna
have
hit up
influenced the game.
and some other stuff. We're gonna be hitting up a lot of theories today. This one also doesn't seem to look too spoilery. Oh wait, note, I have not seen anything from the preview thing. Cool. So we're still in the non-spoiler zone, by the way, for those of you
Good.
who are watching.
Stay there for a while. Because I need to kill these
Is
guys.
there any explanation on why Melena's claw mark becomes foggy and the Princess limiting? Yeah, so the claw mark definitely seems to be serving as some kind of seal to keep her eyes shut. And then the claw mark dissipates when the Erdtree is destroyed. It could be like that correlation. Correlation doesn't equal causation, but I think it's important to point out that her eye only opens and that the claw mark only fades when the Erdtree is destroyed. We're talking about Melina, not Melania.
Yeah.
Oh, or are you just asking if she's... Sorry, are you just asking if Melania is actually blind? I think she is.
Oh yeah, Melania.
She doesn't have
Probably.
eyes.
We don't know. She's a god or goddess.
How do you like your
She
coffee
might be able
black?
to see anyway.
Where are these submissions from? So I have it both on... I take submissions both on Twitter and in Discord. Discord is currently closed to public.
Yeah, it's VIP only, invite only, I think.
Apologies.
Which I guess, I can understand. There's a lot of degeneracy on Discord. You gotta be careful.
Okay, cool. Also, how are the audio levels sounding? Also, she can only move around physically when she's moving her tree. Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
Why is the Discord closed?
Wait a minute, is that
Because
confirmed?
we
I don't
were
think that's
having
confirmed that Melania can only move, but she's
people
scared.
in mass join who
Tree. But that might be true for all I know.
who just like couldn't deal. We have a lot of people that join who
It's a
have
theory,
been,
I guess.
Very defensive about their theories or very aggressive about their
My theories are the
And
only
just
correct theories, so yeah.
arguments that
That's
like
me.
border on
All the way.
calling and just like being a fucking asshole, and so we're just like not dealing with it
Yeah,
right
that's
now
another reason not to
because
invite. People do get
none of
defensive.
my moderators get paid. Like, I don't make enough money to... I make enough money to pay rent. That's where I'm at right now. I
Well-
don't make enough money to, like,
Surviving, yeah, it's hard out here.
to pay people for helping me upkeep my community. So, I just want to give my mods a break sometimes, because it's just like...
It's a lot to deal with, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's
Yeah.
high maintenance.
There's
Yeah,
like hundreds of people watching this shit. Yeah,
so
that'd
I
get
prefer
that'd get out of
people that,
control
like,
if
aren't
they were
part
all
of the
on the
Twitter yet, just
Discord.
like go ahead and, or sorry, aren't part of the Discord yet. Go ahead and post on Twitter. Apologies. But yeah, let's get into this.
Like when I was in
real
the chat, it was
quick.
like
Oh my God,
200
happy birthday,
something
Ancient
people.
Rebel. Happy birthday.
Or no, 300 actually. And then there were
That's so sad.
people on
The point of
YouTube as well.
Or story.
Because she dual streams.
The point of music storytelling is for us to interpret it from our own lens. I don't fully agree with that, and I don't. He's never said that outright. I don't think that. I think that there is a point to the story, and I think that there's like a.
Yeah, there's some actual narrative going on in the story. It's not just random shit. I hate when people like try to imply that. Oh, he's just pulling it out of his ass randomly.
But respectfully.
No.
And like, I also am not going to knock down any of like your thoughts or feelings or like what the game means to you. So it's,
Yeah.
it's a whole conversation about like
Only my conclusions are
being
correct
very
though,
simply
but yeah.
some people that are just unable to
There's
do
clearly
that, or
messages
aren't
going on in the
patient
game. It's not just
with
random
other
shit.
people. So, yeah. No apologies for maintaining you and your mom's sanity, for sure.
I seem to kill that spear
Does
motherfucker.
anyone know what Quaylog does besides Elden Ring lore? So I used
She
to
plays
be in the
games.
video game industry. I was a
Oh yeah, she used to
researcher
what
and
she does
designer.
professionally.
My background's in research methodology and statistics.
She got fired though because
The video
a lot of
game
people got laid
industry's on fire
off
right now, and
in
a
the
lot of
industry.
people-
Oh my
people-
god.
A lot of people got let go. A little people got let go. A lot of people got let go. Like a fuck ton of people. Tech industry got flattened, and like in total,
Yeah, she's
I
pointing
think
it
it was
out.
like 260,000 jobs.
Yep. A lot of it
just
has
got,
to
like,
do with them switching to
flattened.
AI and
So
also
I'm
the
doing this for a
COVID
living. This is it. This is all I got.
after COVID issue
Yeah. Let's go.
kind of died down. So a lot of those
we do
positions
little
were gained
layoffing.
because
Yeah,
people
we
couldn't,
just ruin people's
couldn't
lives.
leave
It's
their
fine.
home. So that,
That's fine. We invest in
people
overreach
started
and realize that we don't have
doing
money
shit
to
online. So
pay
there was a lot
people,
of
and then we just
work from home opportunities during that period.
to
But
please our stakeholders.
that's died down now, so a lot of people got laid off. On top of
Anyway,
people switching over to AI.
how
even
much
for
do you think was
the more,
influenced by the emergence of AI? I can get into it.
Oh,
Honestly,
she's
it's
talking
like a
about
whole
that.
thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they brought it up.
Like
I
really
can-
quick, there was a period about like 6 years ago in America where interest rates for creating games were quite low, and it was very, very inexpensive to make
Yeah.
games.
The interest rates really fuck up how shit works.
Stakeholders were like investing in the gaming industry, and it was kind of like a big boom
All those
in the industry, and then all of a sudden, I think stakeholders were realizing that video games were getting increasingly expensive, and interest rates were going up, and things weren't panning out the way that they were anticipating, because not everything can be Fortnite, not everything can be this big, like I think we were there like 6 years ago, or like, almost a decade ago, we were seeing Minecraft and Fortnite and some games like some
Fortnite.
IPs really blow the fuck up, and I think that a lot of people were kind of money hungry and were like ready to have their game be the next big thing, and like games don't work like that. So that
a lot of parasites came in and tried to, suck the blood. Is what happened. Then they fucked everything up.
it is what it is. The new stream room looks like this is my kitchen.
This is kind of like that podcast I was reacting to
But
yesterday.
yeah, so let's
We
go
were
back to
talking
Elden
about the
Ring
same
lore,
sort of
because
issue, kind of, just from a different perspective.
that's all we
Because
got.
they didn't work in the industry, but they just know about the
Okay,
industry.
wait, playing
But
Elden Ring now, I
used to
just
be
went
part
back
of the
to the mimic tier side.
actual
Grace.
gaming
There's a
industry.
female statue missing the top part of the body.
You should do some work for like
anything
people,
more
people know about like
the mimic tier
she worked.
statue.
I know she had
I
a
believe isn't that the
input
isn't the
into
statue in the mimic tier boss room?
one of the,
Elden John. Like, isn't that?
what's the
it's
name of that
Palace
game?
Ruins, and it's the guy that's holding the tablet. And I think you're seeing his leggies. He does
Life is
have
Strange. One of the Life is Strange
very
games.
feminine legs. He does do the razzle dazzle. Like he does do a little. Like he's
Who?
doing a little.
Who has feminine legs?
But yeah, that's Elton John.
Oh, Elton John. I never noticed.
He's,
If he had
Shark Dealer just
feminine
calls him
legs.
the Dianist. But
You can't even see his legs, I thought, but maybe you can.
okay. Anyway, let's get to this person's theory. I'm ignoring chat. I'm ignoring you guys because this person has been waiting patiently. So I think it's pretty widely known that Elden Ring has a lot of influence from Norse mythology, but I feel like a lot of specific connections have been underexplored. I want to write more about all different
It's
connections
not just Norse.
eventually, but for now I want to talk about something that I realized might be more relevant to the DLC than I thought. Note, I have not seen anything from the preview thing. The only DLC information in here is that Miquella has gone to the Shadow Realm and rides torment here.
Yeah.
First, a summary of the story of the death of Baldur. So
Oh yeah, the Death of Baldur. I came in when they started talking about this. And that's a pretty good theory, actually. I like it.
Like, despite the fact that there's a bunch of other cultures that are represented in Elden Ring,
There are a lot
I
of
do think
different
that
cultures.
as far as like Marcus children,
So
sorry, I'm
many.
trying to figure out where would be a good spot for my camera to exist. I think that like Marcus children are like fully entrenched in Nordic myth, and I would include Radagon's children near Loki's kids a lot. So, and Loki's also a shapeshifter who changes gender, so yeah, it is. I definitely think a lot of the family dynamics are like fully.
We see a lot of Greek
ones too.
similarities too, though, like with Xanatos and Hypnos, between Mikola and Godwin.
She hates us. Okay. This will be based on Jesse's
like that was an interesting conversation, but I didn't notice any Loki reference from anybody. Well, actually no. America and Radagon, I guess, would be the closest Loki reference.
I'm sorry to all my.
Although I wouldn't say America or Radagon are exactly tricksters. Maybe manipulative, but not so much trolls.
One day Balder had trouble.
Loki's just a straight up troll.
Thank you so much for the gifted.
And he's more about chaos than order, so Radagon and America don't really remind me of Loki so much when I think about it. But that's the closest comparison to. I can't think of any other character in the game that's like Loki. Oh, it's buffering. Oh, fuck. Okay. I might not be streaming now. Okay, now it's back.
Aesir, I believe, also good looking. Anyway, let's keep going. One day, Balder had troubling dreams foretelling his own death. To prevent his coming to pass, his mother Frigg went to everything in the world and made him swear oaths not to harm Balder. Loki disguised himself as a random woman and found out from Frigg
as he's typically does. Done that multiple times in stories.
Loki found mistletoe and took it to where Aesir were throwing random shit at Balder because they thought it was cool that he was invincible.
Oh yeah.
So Loki went to the
that is actually true. I remember. Kind of fucked up. He can't die.
I love this story so much. I'm sorry.
But Loki, he tricked somebody, a blind man, into shooting him with mistletoe. That was the only thing.
Because not only is Balder their son, but they also know that Balder's death is an omen of the coming of Ragnarok, the war that will end the world/age. Hermod, another son of Odin, volunteers to go to Hel, Loki's daughter, ruler of the land of the dead, and beg Balder for the release from death. He rides Sleipnir, Odin's horse, to Hel and finds Balder and his wife Nanna, who died of heartbreak there. He begs Hel to release Balder, and she agrees as long as the Aesir can get everything to be for Balder. So
I don't know what's going on.
Asking everything to leave, and eventually does, except a giant woman named Thok, who basically says, Balder never did anything for me, let him stay dead. Like most antagonists in stories
Loki's a troll, dude.
Thok was probably Loki in disguise.
Loki's such a fucking
troll. So what does that do with Elden Ring lore? The obvious reference that I think a lot of people have noticed is that Godwin seems to be based on Balder, and his children...
Yeah, that's possible, too.
Holy shit, that was a big one.
But I'm not saying the Loki comparison. Where's the Loki figure in Elden Ring?
To the only thing in existence that can kill him.
Godwin being Balder does sound, that's the sound comparison. But who's Loki?
To the great war of the gods.
Not Mikola.
This may mean that Ronnie was tricked into killing Godwin somehow, or that Marika removed the Rune of Death. Because she foresaw Godwin's
I would say that Mikola is also, very similar to Balder.
We know that Mikola has been trying to give Godwin back his soul, and perhaps Mikola traveling to the land of Shadow and Torrent is the equivalent of Hermod riding to Hel on Sleipnir, which would mean that he's going there to try to once again restore Godwin's soul. We know that Mikola is investigating the origins of Marika's godhood in the Erdtree. Perhaps he's trying to better understand how life and death work in this world, aren't we all? So he can figure out what to do with Godwin, or perhaps he's seeking out someone specific, the equivalent of Hel, to help Godwin. This would mean that Torrent was originally Marika's horse, which I've always
I don't know if it would mean that.
Images.
He doesn't have to.
Alternatively, Mikola could have already completed some ride like this. Perhaps he was
doesn't have to mean that
told he needed an eclipse
Torrent
to
was originally American.
Just as Hermod was told by Hel that all things need to be for Balder. The eclipse depicted in the castle's whole banner does kind of look like the sun is moving. Of course, it's possible that I'm entirely grasping at straws. No, you're not. So, hypothesis.
They have a nice
Or, sorry,
theory.
not hypothesis. I don't know why it's not showing the OP, but it's showing people responding it. That's weird. Whoever this is, because Discord is protecting your identity. Whoever this is, I agree with you. I agree with you. And something that's really fascinating was it the part where you talked about how Ronnie was potentially tricked. So we actually talked about this on Rat's podcast today, but I didn't get into.
Tricked by who though?
He asked me if I felt that if Marika had anything to do with the Night of the Black Knives.
Oh yeah, by America. I don't like that
I
theory.
don't.
It doesn't make sense to
and
me.
this is like fully tinfoil hat speculation, so please bear with me through this. Because this is all, if Miyazaki and George R. R. Martin decided to go one-to-one or loosely follow this story, what could potentially happen is that Marika didn't intend for Godwin to die, but that Radagon intended for Godwin to die at
Why?
some point in history. But
I don't get it,
but
though.
That is like
Why? What's the
line up with, like,
point of doing
lore,
that?
So
It makes sense that Randy wanted to do it.
that's where it like deviates, but like in
She wanted everything there. She wanted
in
the
Nordic
the,
myth, like you said, like Loki. Hold on one second. I
the
need to-
Dark Age.
Mass destruction is so distracting for me. It's such a
She
banger.
wanted to
but
end
I
the
need
Golden
to-
Order and all that.
Okay. So the parallel.
where do we have
you're
America
talking
saying
a
that
lot
she
of
wanted
parallels, which I agree with. There's another parallel, specifically regarding Loki and who Loki is.
Or Radigan.
Allegory-wise,
Radigan wanted the.
I think
It doesn't make sense that
Marika
Radigan wanted this to
and
happen when he's trying to fix the Elden Ring.
Radagon are
I don't know, it doesn't line up.
Radagon's lineage resembles Loki's lineage. So Loki had multiple wolves.
Oh, okay, yeah, Radigan.
children,
Yeah, his origin, kind of. Because
had
he's born
Hel,
from
like
giants,
his daughter Hel
apparently.
is like a half-dead person who is like missing half her face, which is
Or
really
fire
similar to Ronnie.
entities,
And
basically.
then we also have the giant snake right card.
So I guess Radigan would be lucky. Yeah,
we
I guess so.
Radon,
That's the
who
closest.
is kind of like this
But that's
big,
what I said already.
like warrior giant lion man. And
He's
he has
way
red hair.
too.
And Loki was thought. It's weird. So there's some like weird stuff with Norse mythology. Typically, like Frigg and Freya, for example, are commonly conflated, and Loki
Oh, they
is
are,
kind
that's
of, like,
true.
low-key
It's really weird.
everybody. But Loki also gets conflated with this giant Loki who has red
Yeah.
hair, and so
There's
sometimes
a lot of
Loki is
similar
depicted with
names.
red hair, or sometimes
Norse.
he's depicted
But
with
they're not
black
even the
hair,
same
but they're
person.
separate people. And so it's like
Because a lot of those names are actually just
Nordic
typos.
myth is just like strange like that. I think because a lot of it is oral tradition, and a lot of the stories get
Yeah.
kind of wrapped up in different messages, and so different characters serve as different things depending on who's
A
telling
lot
the
of
story,
modern
and
misunderstanding and
who is
mistranslation.
what,
going on.
and
That's
what
it
is what. But I don't. I kind of wonder, given like Marika's relationship with the Blood Knife Assassins, if for some reason she did have a hand in Godwin's death at some point. As to why, this was something that we were talking about on the podcast today. What would Marika gain from Godwin being slain?
Yeah.
I don't know, and this is where I think
Yeah,
history
that was a question I
overall
asked in
deviates
chat, too.
From the
What is the point?
yeah, sorry, wait.
Like,
Loki
if she
is
broke the
giant,
Elden
just
Ring.
Fire.
I mean,
I've heard that he's fire, but then I've also
and this
heard
seemed to
he's
like
a
happen
giant.
after Godwin. It seems
I
she was
wish we
upset
had, like,
about
more than
Godwin.
one source for Norse mythology.
Dying.
It's like Salamander, I think.
Because that's what put everything in motion. After Godwin got killed,
It's like all over the
The Elden
place.
Ring got
it's all
destroyed.
over the place because I think that's just how oral tradition gets preserved. Hold on. Let's
like she could have just destroyed the Elden Ring or broke it
God
without
personification
them even
of
having
fire.
to do
I thought he
anything
was
to
a
Godwin.
giant. I thought he was one of the
She didn't need that as an
red-haired-
excuse. She could have just done it if she
I guess
wanted to
he's
do it.
just
For what?
fire?
For what reason? I don't think America is
Damn. Okay.
doing 4D chess
So he's
here.
like-
Everybody would
he's
say,
like
well, she's
Land of
behind every
Fire God
fucking
almost.
bad thing that happens. No, she's behind some bad things, but some other shit is the plot of other people. Like, Randy was behind the plot of Godwin getting killed.
But are they giants?
I don't think she was manipulating
I'm like
Randy.
curious about. Okay, wait.
I think they need to give Randy her, the benefit of the doubt that she had her own agency. She's an Imperium too.
So like a lot of
she's not just getting manipulated.
Sorry, a lot of the gods in Norse mythology are like children of giants, and that also pops up in.
Loki is not even an official god.
Elden Ring a lot.
He's never really called a god in Norse mythology. People in modern times give him the title like, the trickster god or some shit. He's not really a god, called a god. He just he's very powerful, and he fucks with the gods, but he's not really, he doesn't really have the title of god or anything. He's not on.
Also, apologies, yeah. Anyway. Jotun is giant.
Jotun, yeah. The J's are pronounced like Y. Yeah.
All we have to do is work out which source. All we have to do is work out which source for Norse mythology that George R. R. Martin likes. I mean, we can kind of probably figure that out, given the fact that.
For all we know, George R. R. Martin's inspired by anime, and not just Norse mythology. He looks like he likes a lot of anime.
Yeah, the Wikipedia lore. Somebody asked who cursed Millennia with rot. So the only thing that we get in the game
the
is
rot
that
goddess.
if there is children that are born from a singular god via like weird internal
the outer god
incest,
of rot,
because they're the same person, those children bear a curse, and the curse typically represents some outer god. But like the nature of the curse,
we don't know if that's true though. We don't know if that's the reason
all over the place
why they're cursed by an outer god.
Giant and Norse is the same race.
Because then we got other offspring that are influenced by the outer god, like Mohg.
On the other lineages,
they're influenced by the
which god cursed Nicola then? It said that he was cursed with eternal youth, which doesn't sound like a curse.
the formless mother.
But that's like we have. Is it?
It's a good theory. That might be why she had, like, Melania she's got the rot issue, and Mikla has the eternal child issue. But we don't know if that's actually the case. Radigan and America made it because they're the same person.
Does anybody remember?
We don't know if that's what really caused the issue.
Curse of being a child forever can be bad, I guess. Guessed what?
I said that in the chat. Because, that would be bad. You couldn't grow up.
Okay.
I mean, you're a child forever. You can't have a family or anything. You can't like get married to anyone. Can't.
Sorry. Michaela and Melania are both the children of a single god. As such, they're both Imperians, but suffered afflictions from birth.
Just a kid forever.
Paternal childhood, and the other harbored rot within. As far as what Michaela's outer god
not taken seriously
is, some people think maybe abundance, because there was like a cut item that was like to relate abundance and rot, or like abundance and decay or something. So we can only guess. I don't know. Thinking about the whole "don't fuck with the sacred tree" thing being a metaphor for "do not try to do eugenics." Yeah. It just seems like.
I think there's a commentary on eugenics in this game. It seems very blatant, which is, I'm on board with their message. It's not,
with like holy and sacred forces that allow our planet and like matter to exist.
I'm glad they actually call it out as
don't
bad too. It's not. They're not just saying, they're not just presenting eugenics and not presenting an argument against it like the fucking Marvel Infinity War did. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Thanos, say we need to do population control and kill a bunch of people, but we're not gonna present any verbal argument against it. We're just gonna have the Avengers fight him, and that's it. We're gonna justify his argument by not countering it
I'm living my
in any
persona fantasy right
meaningful way. We're just gonna let it sit. We're reinforcing his argument by not challenging it at
Michael's
all.
curse is never to develop his frontal lobe and chill in the fuck
That
out.
bullshit.
It's so funny, Cat's Eye, because like despite everything, despite the
1 second.
Hey, Coop. Okay.
Ah, cool.
Despite the like curse of eternal
1
childhood,
second, I'm
Michael
gonna mute
seems
it.
to be
I gotta-
the most like even keel, especially with cut content.
Speak someone right.
There's like Michael
on
of
my
the Great.
phone. It'll be brief though. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry if anyone was here, but yeah, I had to do that. Let's see if I can actually kill this thing now. Oh no, I'm fucking up hard today. I don't know why.
Song cut content quest line, which is about him, or I guess Citrina, her singing a lullaby to the wandering caravan who are buried alive beneath the capital to like ease them of their suffering.
Yeah.
And also so they don't blow up the capital by summoning the three fingers.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there. Quayla, have you played 3 Reloaded? Not yet. So 3 is one of my favorites. It's like, it was my first Persona game.
Oh, Persona?
But I haven't.
Yeah, she plays a lot of Persona music during her breaks, and in the background in general.
I don't know. I haven't had time to play the Reloaded one. I got to play the demo at PAX a couple years back though.
Oh yeah, I
was,
have
like,
that
very
game.
excited for it.
Loaded.
I think all the content was repurposed and fleshed out for the DLC. That's typically what they do.
Maybe.
They did it for Bloodborne and for Dark Souls 1. I'm curious to see if we're gonna.
There's still cut
Yeah.
content from Dark Souls 1 that did not get into the DLC.
Content, because there's that like cut content that allows you to put NPCs to sleep and collect them like a bestiary or beastier. It's cool. Is a preview. Is this a preview, spoiler preview stream today, or is that basically impossible? So I'm gonna get into that at some point. I'm gonna get into some DLC spoilery theories, but I'll let you guys know when I do that.
Why are you kind of...
I don't want to like.
His brother just runs up whenever I'm trying to run up to him.
To me,
To hit him.
I would actually say maybe now is the time that I get like a disclaimer on like preview submissions, because I don't have control over who submits what on Twitter. Twitter's kind of like a lawless wasteland. So
Yeah.
just be
A
prepared.
hive of scum and villainy, yeah.
To dip. Be prepared to dip. Okay, so let's go through Twitter, and then let's go through,
What the fuck?
Puff, spoilers is for the DLC, so Puff, you might not know this, because this just happened yesterday, but the journal embargo on the DLC, like the journalist embargo on the DLC lifted yesterday, and a lot of preview
Yeah.
stuff for the DLC was released, and there's some boss names and some locations and some enemy types that are
Yeah, I don't want to know.
released now. So, and some of them have some pretty huge implications.
So I'll be
And
skipping
I
over
also,
parts of this stream.
I have like a really strong. I have a lore theory that I want to submit today, but I want to submit it at the end.
Oh my god.
I want to talk about it at the end. I have like. And also, hold on one second. I'm going to cover the brain cancer part of Twitter.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to look at any
There's a lot of stuff on
awful
there.
shit on the internet today. I'm protecting you guys against it because we deserve a break.
Aw, thank
and
you.
we all are being active in your day-to-day lives. Y'all
That
be
was
vigilant.
very
Let's
nice.
see you guys out
Very
there.
kind.
Let's take a break to recoup and then we'll get back at it. Thanks. Okay. George is an incredible painter. Wait, hold on, sorry. We're like fully getting distracted. Wait, do I follow them? Yeah, I do follow them. They're amazing. Yeah, they do nature paintings that are based off of photorealism. I love their work.
Oh,
So like this
sounds comfortable.
is a painting. It's crazy. But it definitely is like photorealism as it pertains to like digital cameras.
Stop it.
Like they look like straight up like some of his paintings look like
Yeah,
straight up
he still hit me.
awesome.
I roll.
You love to see it.
Shouldn't have hit me.
George, you're awesome. Let's get with it. Let's get with it. Wait, why isn't your turn thing?
Near?
I'm scared. Ooh, this is another. Oh, it's Yoko Taro's birthday! Happy birthday, Yoko Taro!
How can I dodge that anymore?
Happy birthday, Yoko Taro!
Yoko Taro's birthday, huh?
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
let's get with it.
He's a Gemini.
I'm getting distracted.
Makes sense.
I'm getting distracted.
Oh, no.
Oops.
Oh my god, dude. Why? Let me hit the motherfucker. Damn it. There we go. That's what I'm talking
Okay. Gaelic. The word Gaelic is Old English for holy. The pre-Christian Anglo-Saxons used it for the month of September, Gaelic month, holy month. According to
No, I'm putting on the
many
stamina race. Fuck
Anglo-Saxon
this.
scholars, the month was holy because it was the time to when sacrifices were made to gods and idols. I think it's fair to characterize the Halo tree as an autumnal tree. It has red leaves and it's supposed to decay, fungus, and rot. I think the association with sacrifices is interesting because Nicola feeds the Halo tree with his own blood and later embeds his own body in its roots. Stepping into my own theories for a second, I think it's interesting that after we defeat Melania and the Halo tree, she turns into a new bloom of Aeonia. It's easy to imagine a new rot tree like the one we see in Caelid growing under the Halo tree. A tree with a new age, feeding on the dying tree of the previous. In my view, this is a microcosm of what should have happened with the Erdtree, but to preserve it, Martha has taken the Elden Ring.
Oh, fuck.
and
That's
fighting
a roll.
anything that could damage her tree. Fire, rot, blood, not sure about that one. Chaos, and finally death. This all ties into the previous work of George R. R. Martin through Saxon name for October, which is winter. I can't say it. Well, the Castle Winterfell. This comes from a time when the year was divided in half, summer and winter. Winter began when the nights became longer and the days. So the first full moon of October is when winter falls, and now we fix the descendants of the festival that was had at the end of October as Halloween, Samhain, and Disneyland, etc. Yes, I agree with this take. I'm 100% with you on this take. I definitely think that there is a repeating motif, and I talked about it in another video. About I talked about this in the video regarding the symbolism of Melania's blossom has roots in Eastern philosophy as far as its visual symbolism goes, because the lotus flower sitting on a bed of rock is symbolic of a particular kind of suffering that is associated with transcendence. That's its own thing. But I do think that her presence in the Halo tree symbolizes this relationship with decay, rot, processing life, processing dead matter and creating new life. And there's a lot of imagery around the lines between of blossom or a flower giving way for a tree, and this cycle between a flower and a tree back and forth. But yeah, that's a thing I agree with. I agree with you. It's great. Man, I didn't realize how strongly people felt about Nicola and James Ritter until the podcast was premiered. Yeah, I think also too.
What? That one shot me? Since fucking when?
I think
Yeah.
I'm really careful about the way that I manage my community.
Went crazy. I didn't see the podcast as had spoilers.
Annoying about transphobia, especially on my YouTube when I was just hey, if you're a transphobe, please leave. And anytime people would be hey, that's really mean, I would block them. And so I immediately told parts of my community, and I think that content creators that don't do that allow for certain types of people and ideologies to take root within their community, and it's not everybody's responsibility to hold their YouTube audience. But I think that anytime that I'm on somebody else's platform, I just have to brace myself for people to be really transphobic or weird about gender. And so, it's not my community to manage, not my business, not my problem. So. Breeze, I really hope that you're... Yeah, LMAO the self-reporters. Breeze, please say sarcasm. And please say sarcasm. Because, I don't know you, so I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. I am subject to...
I didn't see what they said. I was in the chat, but I didn't see what they
said. Turns out they weren't sarcastic, and they were actually, a white supremacist.
Oh, yeah.
They were,
counted many white supremacists in surprising places.
Okay, cool. Okay. like, I thought that somebody was being hella sarcastic and, like, joking, and it turns out they were, like, fully, like, a Nazi in the chat.
Yeah.
So I'm scarred from that. I'm so sorry. But yes, oh, fuck. Agree. Anyway, sorry. Totally derailed this. Sorry. I was mocking transphobes. I realized I couldn't do that. Yeah. No, I get you. We just have a, the Popper's paradox of tolerance. I'm so happy to hear it, yeah.
That's fun.
Nazis playing Elden Ring like Mark seems really cool. Okay. So, M submitted this. When we get the lucidity spell in the inverted tower after defeating Persephone and Miriam, the fact that it alleviates sleep
That was
is
close.
suspicious.
Almost got stung on.
Around in the inverted tower to maybe gain access to the Shadow Realm.
Get off me, dude.
I thought that Hero Duty also talked about this. That's cool. I didn't realize that he talked about it. That's also wait, hold on. Sorry, my camera's in the way. I didn't realize that he talked about this. I think this is like a really cool find, and I think that it definitely like.
There you go.
I don't know. I am about this because specifically that person that is sitting in the Church of the Cuckoo DLC promotional images, they definitely look like the person who is in the inverted hourglass. The cuckoo.
Oh, that might be them. She's right. Oh, shit. That might be them.
Upright in the Church of Raya Lucaria, sorry, the Church of the Cuckoo.
Yeah, I never did make that connection.
Statue to place in the Carrion Study Hall later in the game. That person does look like a new NPC.
Maybe.
Is what I'm trying to say. And like long-winded. I think it's great. It's cool. Love to see it.
Nah, bro, you're not gonna hit me with that gut check. No,
yes, somebody said I hate that neo-Nazis get extreme tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, white supremacy is like deeply entrenched with
I need to use my bubbles about that time.
a lot of pagan ideology and like neo-paganism is really in that, and it sucks because there's actual neo-pagans who
Oh my god, I crouched.
and there was like
I got nervous.
My partner and I listened to
Yeah, a lot of
this
neo-paganism.
band, introducing the band Wolves on the
There's a
Throne,
lot of
who are
neo-Nazi
practicing pagans, and
appropriate.
they use a
appropriation.
lot of Norse imagery, like the Black Sun and a bunch of other stuff that have been co-opted
The Black
by
Sun got
the
co-opted.
Nazi movement. And so when you listen to
Used to
black
be
metal or
Egyptian.
you listen to that genre of music that has roots in neo-paganism, it can be really sketchy because you don't
I mean,
know
a lot of
what
things,
parts
like the
they're
swastika,
supporting or
that used to
neo-Nazis
be
are. But they have a
the
really
Manji
wonderful interview
in
about what their
Shintoism,
spirituality
Buddhism.
means to them and that white supremacy is bad. And they actively call it out and say that it's tragic that their belief system was co-opted by white supremacists and
It
that
got
movement.
reversed too.
And so
The way
it's good.
it turns is reversed as well.
It's
So
good.
the Nazi version.
It's cool to look back and have a new perspective on certain things, realizing the DLC has always been part of the story. Yes, Setsu. That's
Kind of like
how
when you
it felt
invert
with
the
Bloodborne DLC.
cross.
I feel like Miyazaki, when he did Artorias and Manus, we got that a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like Lucille was
Artorias, my
awesome
favorite
to
character in all of the Souls
witness.
games.
And I feel like seeing Artorias' struggle against the Abyss was like a really cool way to deep dive the past, like past
Damn it,
events,
wrong one.
and how they then impact parts of the story.
He just
And
started
I feel
with
like
this.
there wasn't as big of like a reveal as Orphan Koss and Koss's body being desecrated by the Scholars of Burgenord. I think that was one of the biggest reveals that they've done. I think that Miyazaki's gotten a lot better
Stop
about
it.
like making. Miyazaki's gotten a lot better about revealing drama. He's gotten a lot better about revealing a lot of stuff, which is awesome. Oh, Lucille. Ooh, Lucille, babes. Oh, shit. Agropop, there's the Black Sun that was invented by the Nazis, but it actually pulls from imagery. Like the Black Sun as a concept is a Nazi thing, but it pulls from eclipse imagery and other imagery from other cultures.
The other cultures.
So,
The concept of a black sun or a dark sun is very old. It predates
but
the
like, if you're
Nazis
using the
by
term
centuries.
Black Sun, it's associated with like Nazi
has nothing to do with what they appropriated it for.
Like eclipses are things that are used in art. Period. So if somebody depicts like an eclipse or some kind of like black like sun aesthetic, it's not always associated with the Nazi black sun. Is what I'm trying to say.
I hear you. Oh my god, I don't have my bubble. Thought I did.
Was actually your legend.
Forgot I got
yes.
to use it
I feel
already.
like it was a good reveal, but it wasn't as it didn't.
Oh my god, what's this clipping or stuttering?
Of, like a particular curse or a particular.
Fucked up.
It just wasn't like a cool time loop. But I feel like the origin of the Pale Blood and like the curse that Orphan costs and like the nightmare that costs perpetuated. How it then ties in with this like theme.
Oh, he still got me. I should have rolled into
him. The ambition of Western scholars trying to achieve transcendence. That I feel like wrapped up in a different way because it supported the themes and the motifs of Bloodborne. It like supported the big gut.
I think I'm doing more
like,
damage with
Western
the other talisman, to be honest.
academia and philosophy and spirituality allows certain groups to justify their own agendas and cause suffering to others if it means that they get to transcend. It's very much
They like to appropriate
the
popular
colonialist
images
ideologies being
to
supported by internal belief systems.
fool people into
Whether it's
adopting
things or
their
transcendence
ideology.
that encourages them to inflict pain on others. It's like I feel like that like wrapped itself up and felt way more like a gut punch as opposed to just like, oh, you're a part of Manus Notorious' plot. You're like intrinsically tied to the abyss. Quite loud. I subscribe to Elon Musk's Tesla giveaway, not this. How did you hack Elon's account?
They seem to move different depending on what talismans I'm using too.
Let's continue.
It's really weird.
Let's continue. I liked how it very blatantly cast doubt upon the heroes of Warder's past and allows you to question Gwyneth's coattails he's writing. Yeah, I liked that too. I like that too. Do you think Puppet Ronnie needs to eat food? Does it have internal organs? No. It's fully like an actual puppet that just houses a ghost. There's no internal organs.
Alright, yeah, it is doing more damage for sure, but I need to stop fucking it.
God damn it.
Why am
Okay, so
dying?
not necessarily new, but I was just looking at the environment, and these statues around Landell appear to depict a burned man and this young tree. Could this possibly tie into the theory that the tree was burned once before? So Doomed, Creatine, so this, I definitely feel is associated with a lot of the prophets in the game, because there's the prophets who have visions or dreams. They're the prophets that wear yellow. It's the prophet starting class that we get to start us. It is weird to me that these people seem so ingrained in Landell's culture. I don't know if it's weird. It's so weird because there's definitely fire on some of these statues. There's definitely images of the tree burning on a lot of these statues, and it's odd that given Mark's agenda at suppressing these visions and suppressing this kind of worship of tree burning, that these statues exist around the Capitol is odd. I've always thought these statues are quite odd. Yeah, they're everywhere when I walk around Landell. It's so weird because you figure that if burning the tree is heretical, you would figure that depictions of burning the tree are also heretical. But I've always thought these are quite interesting. The great tree was burned and Mark, and there's just sapling that grows to Erdtree. Yeah, I think that there was so the way that I perceive some of the Omenborn stuff and some of the old Palestinian stuff is I definitely think that there's this cycle of trees that are are cultivated and taken care of, and those trees are like the zeitgeist of that era, or like the political system and spirituality of that era. And then once that era comes to an end, they're burned, and then when a new ruler takes over, or when a new society kind of takes root, we get a new tree and like a new society. But we have Marco, who wants her tree and her heir to be immortal. And so, burning of the tree is not allowed, death is not allowed, the rune of destiny death is not allowed, the death of the gods is not allowed. Like, a lot of things that seem to be a normal thing in the lands between are now banned. And so, like, we see the ancestral followers doing, I think they're the most important NPCs. They're, like, my thing that I reference all the time because I think that they establish the
Smurf
normal, like, laws of the lands between, like, outside of the Erdtree.
Yeah.
And their whole culture is, like, focusing on making trees and cultivating trees. So we have things outside of the Golden Order that show that, like, trees can be burned and trees can be created. And so, don't tell me what to do. Marika is the goddess of no. Marika hates fun.
Oh my, that did a lot of fucking damage. I need to back the fuck up. Heal. You better leave me the fuck alone, bro.
I want memories of school. Wait. Where's... This is fun. I also want memories of the city.
Are you stomping now? What the fuck?
It sounds kind of slow. No, it sounds too sad. Memories of school. Okay, anyway. God forbid that birds have hobbies. Why so much emphasis on celestial bodies such as the moon and the stars and not the sun? I definitely have my own theory about that. I think... Okay, so here's my non-spoiler. I'm gonna say this from the perspective of somebody that, like, this was my opinion before I saw the preview, and this is my opinion after I've seen the preview.
Oh shit, that was close.
I think that the Kingdom of the
Don't
Sun,
get the bubble.
which we see in the Sun Shield, let me pull it up. Wait, what am I doing? Sun Shield, Elden Ring. Oh, it's gonna be Bing. Fucking Bing. Extra life and fucking Bing.
Yeah, fuck extra life.
Shield,
They are
honored
mid.
the city crowned by the sun. It's seen better days. Much like the war on the shield, the seed of the sun has long since faded away.
She spit
I
facts
think
there.
that the seed of the sun may be associated with the
Oh, thank God,
previous
that's
era
like a
of the
motherfucker.
Omen.
Damn it, and I had to swing right at the
Because
wrong time.
What's his face? Dung Eater has the sun pendant around him as like depiction of punishment, and then on the Wicker Man bosses we have the weird sun that's depicted on there with the omen horns going around it. So I'm
You
getting
need to
so
quit
far from
doing
those two
that so
things,
much.
I'm getting that the sun is related to omen specifically, and I think the omen and fire giants. It seems like I think.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I don't know. Wait, what is somebody asking? What's that shadow history? Where is that? It's on my end.
Fuck, that was
It's
close.
just like Twitch and YouTube. It's for my sanity. Omen as trees doing photosynthesis. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And
I'm
then
a good theory.
crucible being anything that is a container. So like literally like the jar boys or like the trees or
Observation, I should
anything
say.
that acts as a container that gets heated up. We also found that right card after he eats all the bodies. As a big snake, he curls up and he sits on like a pool of magma.
That is
And
true.
then we also
Yeah.
see Alexander sit in a pool of magma after he eats Radon.
I never did notice Alexander eating
Like anything that
in
acts
that
as a container
after you kill Radon, but that apparently that happens I had to pay more attention to him.
Together, and life gets melted together.
after I kill
I'd probably
Radon.
say Crucible.
Okay, buddy.
That's what I think. That's what
Okay, I can't hit him now.
the sensible on the Wicker
They're,
Man.
they're letting me get less openings.
I agree.
And he's almost
I
dead.
actually stated that in because the Wicker Man also have the fire giant effigies on the side of it. It definitely looks like it is in mockery because the Roman centurions.
Why did I do that?
Mesmer being Roman-esque. The Romans fought against the Celtic druids who used Wickerman, so it definitely is used in mockery.
The
for sure.
druids
I
and
have a whole video
Goths,
on that.
apparently. The Visigoths.
Sorry to ask again, but whose orders were the Black Knives who attacked Blythe and Aegeon? Maybe the Eternal Cities? Yeah, maybe the Eternal
That was
Cities
weird.
or Marca, I'm not quite sure. That's not ever stated anywhere in the game, it's we can only speculate.
It's speculation. Okay, no wonder. That sounds
But like, we
stupid.
do know that they were associated with Marca at some point in history, but...
That was old history.
You know.
I don't know if that's the case anymore.
Oh my god, that really...
Doesn't seem to be the case. They killed their boy.
Brain rot rant video that went back to Dark Souls. Oh my god, yeah. That brain rot video is like my Joker origin story.
Oh,
But I
okay.
still like 100% feel the same way. All things can be enjoyed, I feel. But
It's an old video she made. I need to go back and watch it. I might have watched it before, but I forgot.
I gave myself one scroll all the way through the progress bar of Bati's DLC gameplay vid. I subconsciously have seen it. I love that vid.
Any theory where, you know, America
One that we worked on.
was behind the plot of the Black Knives sounds stupid to me. I don't agree with it. I hate those theories.
Yeah, and I think that all that's going to tie into the Crucible.
It just makes America look stupid because she's doing overly complicated shit for no reason.
What I want to do, I know I'm behind on
Doing
YouTube videos.
people saying, "Oh, it's 4D chess."
I want to make a
It's
video,
just she just
like,
looks stupid.
Crucible Part
It
2.
doesn't look smart at all.
Speculation?
It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
I love that
Her motives don't make
video. It was
sense.
so fun. I wanted to let you know. Thank you so much. Every Tuesday we're going to be doing PvP Baby Tuesday. Not to distract from more talk about what weapons that we've seen so far. Are you most excited for? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Are you guys okay if I talk about weapons?
Yeah, this is where I left. Someone had to skip ahead.
Put like a 1 in the chat if you're okay with me talking about weapons. Put a 2
God
in the
damn it!
chat
I'm
if
gonna
you're
have to
not
die
okay with me
just so
talking
I
about
can
weapons.
skip over this.
Because there are
Because
some
I don't want to hear about
weapons.
the weapons. Okay. I skipped
The
ahead.
one great, or all things once being one thing. I think that
That's
there
when I
were
left.
in particular,
I briefly
the
left the
Elden
chat
Ring
when that
in
happened
which
too.
opposing
What was
concepts
actually
both
going on earlier
existed,
today.
but they existed acknowledging each other, and that there was a point in which they were separated, but that because Marika has like committed that already, like Marika has committed to that, and it is what it is. We can't go back in time, and so the way to resolve it is to like burn everything down. And it's not necessarily. He was asking me, do you think it's like a restart? Do you think that this is like if by burning the
This is when I came back. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna skip ahead to some.
No, I think that
Something is
obviously
brought up
nothing
about
ceases to
nihilism.
exist
I don't
forever,
really want to revisit it on here. I kind of commented on nihilism here,
Yeah, being anti-stroke.
and then I think nihilism is a privileged sort of position. Now, there's something to be said about people who feel hopeless, but that's not. When I say nihilism is it's a privileged sort of position. I don't mean people who are victims of so much abuse that they stop believing in anything. That's not chosen. That's not a chosen sort of trauma. That's trauma that's happening there. That's not like some choice of philosophy. That's not what I mean when I'm talking about nihilism as a privileged position. But I don't think they understood what I was trying to say. I mean, it's hard to get your thoughts across in text, especially when I was typing on a phone and it's the autocorrect didn't really put in the words that I want. So, there's some misunderstanding, but I get what she meant. I don't think I got across what I was trying to say. She responded to it. But yeah, I don't think anyone who's like a victim of war crimes who feels numb after that or hopeless. That's not nihilism to me. That's a result of trauma. It's not a chosen philosophy. Like I look at, I'm talking about nihilism as a privileged position from a philosophy standpoint. People who chose to be nihilists, they're not victims of war or anything. But anyway, yeah, it's easy to say, "Oh, I don't care about any of these problems going on. I don't want to solve any problems." You know, these are people who like they live in the West, and they live in like they're not in some war torn area or anything. You know, they're not victims. I mean, they're victims in a certain way, but not on as much of a level as some other areas. They're not like a developing nation. You know, they're not like a lot of the people suffering there. Although you know it can get pretty bad. Like I've been homeless in this country, so it's not always roses over here either. But you know, these are people who are not necessarily homeless that I'm talking about, who are like, you know, they're affluent, yet they take a nihilist take. These are people who have, you know, they're affluent, they have money, good positions, good standing, cushy jobs where they don't even have to do much. But they say they don't believe in anything. They don't want to solve any of the problems. They only care about, they're very narcissistic people. Like I was talking about this on my stream yesterday. Narcissism. That's what I'm talking about. Narcissistic people who take the position of nihilism. These are privileged people taking a privileged position. All right. Anyway. It's not my problem, so I don't really give a fuck about it. No, that's what I'm talking about.
But
That
we're
type of
discouraged.
behavior.
I agree. But like also
I got mine. Fuck you. That's what I mean.
The word strumpet is being used in regard to
America.
someone's child. I'm
Oh,
trying to
really?
be vaguely
Oh, I didn't
obtuse
notice
about this
that
so
part
way
you said.
people have no idea what I'm talking about. But like,
That's weird. You're talking about a child there? I didn't know that. Okay. That's odd.
all I'm saying.
I must have left at that point. Or I didn't hear them properly.
Potentially to be the biggest revelation. 100%. 100%.
Oh my
Just
God.
smaller trombone, popular jazz bands, yeah. Seduction and Betrayal, Tea Tonight, The Affair.
Also, a bit of discussion about Israel comes up.
Seduction and Betrayal, The
So
Affair.
I don't know.
The Strumpet.
I don't know if I'm gonna react to that. I agree with what she said, though. That's all I'll say about that. I don't know if I'm gonna replay that here, though. I agree with her on the Israel issue. Let me get up right quick. Get up right quick. Yeah, people losing hope. I also got to comment on, people losing hope in countries that have been, assaulted by the U.S. Like Vietnam came up in the discussion. I got to say, like that's an intended sort of outcome by Western military. Right? They bombed structures, they rebuild over there back in Vietnam. And they still do that in countries today. It's not just Vietnam back when that happened. But They do that intentionally to induce hopelessness on the populace that they're assaulting. It's a shock and awe type of strategy. That's what it's called. So it's not like a willing position the people over there are taking. It's a terrorist sort of reaction, or a terrorist desired reaction that they're trying to induce in the populace over there. It's not a good thing. The Western military, for the countries they're assaulting. They did this for the Middle East, of course. They've done this in the global South when they were fucking with Cuba, Nicaragua, damn near every fucking country in Latin America, in South America. Yeah, this has been a strategy they've used. They've used it in Africa, especially Libya, but not just Libya, Congo, throughout history. Parts of China, parts of India, even when they were when the British were occupying India and causing artificial famines over there. Anyway, let me get my game back up. Let me skip ahead.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, there was a lunch break, so I'm going to skip that part too.
Symbolism as a treat. Like, Miyazaki straight up tells us what hands and eyes represent. So, the scepter in the form of the hand grasping the pearl, the signature weapon. The pearl stands for the world of the heavens, and an eye representing the many forms of knowledge never fully attainable. Even knowing that, the all-knowing hands grasp for it. So, hands are typically represented, since Dark Souls, as like ambition or desire. So like Manus is a giant hand and he's grasping for his pendant.
Yeah, that's true. She's right about that.
Like,
good point.
The demon of hatred, whose hand is like exploding.
Yeah,
we have
too.
some characters who have lost their hands. They have severed hands, or they've like let go of things. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's Miyazaki making fun of lore nerds. I think that there's like, I don't know.
I mean, he does that.
Of,
he trolls people.
Specifically,
He did that with the
lore
spirit
nerds'
chasing
desire.
Dark Souls.
But I think he's like looking at the innate desire of humanity, and I think that.
But he's also, he wants people to care about the lore too. He'll joke. He can make fun of himself because he's a lore nerd.
It's like a bit of metateasing, but it's also referring to like a larger human thing that we do. Miyazaki's a lore nerd, self-burden. 100%.
Yeah, he is. He is.
So like, there's that interview with him where he talks about how he's a little bit of like a masochist.
Yeah.
In
Love
that,
swamps.
Like, when he creates death scenarios, that he's creating scenarios that he would like to die in.
Yeah, like when he wanted to get punched by a mushroom in the dark
while
forest.
He's, like, teasing
That was a funny
little bit of
interview.
the audience. I think he's able to understand what makes things dramatic or desirable or enticing, because he himself, I think, is also.
He's a lore nerd. That's why. Exactly why.
I think
She's
he's
right.
also dealing with it too. I think he's also, we're all, like, Contrapoint said this one time, it really resonated with me. She was like,
I ain't watched her in
explaining
years.
Buddhism and talking about samsara.
I know she still
and
made
talking about how
shit.
She's, like, totally aware that she's never gonna escape samsara because it's, like, too fun. Like, and she was like, samsara is my stomping ground. And I was like, damn, that is, like, that is the realest shit that I've ever fucking heard. That is the realest shit.
Let's go! Bitch! Back up, back up! Back up! Alright, yeah. I saw it coming.
D dies by the hand of a sexy woman with no shoes. See if I can see how he's
Need to
like
drink that bubble, though. That bubble tea. They're really aggressive now. Their second form.
It's like, it's not even, because I would say anti-Buddha would be like Sekijo or like orangutan when he's like carving Buddha over and over again, and he's like trying to walk the path of Buddha, but is like victim to his wartime trauma, and eventually when he becomes a demon of hatred, it's almost like he's giving into that trauma. And so in that sense, he becomes the anti-Buddha. But there's got to be an iteration of that where somebody's just doing it because they're having too much fun. They're having a good time. They're having a good time with the drama and with the. It's not even like about gluttony. It's not even about. It's just like having a silly little good time.
Oh, I fucked up.
You know, don't eat it. No.
Oh, yeah, that was me. I said that.
Yeah, the laughing fat Buddha. Yeah, the no fuck this gets me enlightenment.
That's him. He just wants to watch the world burn.
That's the Loki shit.
He has no scruples.
So Miyazaki gets food poisoning on purpose, considering he's level poison.
I mean, not literally burn. He has the frenzy burning ending, which he's not associated with. But you know, he just wants to see people suffer.
It kind of is like somebody telling me. Sorry, Cooper Big Star. It's kind of like somebody telling me no, don't do that. Like when you enter a swamp, it feels like game developers like don't go there. Like don't go explore there.
He's just really aggressive now.
Don't
I
do
hate
that.
this little
But then there's this piece of me that's kind of like, no, I'm gonna do it.
Can't tell me what to do, motherfucker. Okay,
So I kind of wonder
okay.
if that's how
What is
Miyazaki
this?
feels. I'm so curious. Maybe that's one of the things that I would ask him. Arizula reflection from the Millennium.
Stop it, please. You are such an annoying little nerd.
Isn't this? This is the Active Nebula inside the staff. But like, what do you mean? It's the.
Doesn't do any damage, dude. I gotta waste HP for that too, or FP, not HP.
Ooh.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, Jurassic Dog! Congrats! Congrats!
I didn't see what they said. I think their chat was on YouTube, that's why I couldn't see it. I was on the Twitch chat.
Like, that must feel so relieving. Holy shit. Miyazaki knows damn well what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows. Oh, thank God he missed. That was so
The
close.
magnetism of the North Pole of control
Oh God, of course he does that.
is an example of controlled chaos or the natural order opposed to enforced law of golden order. Yeah, that's kind of like, I definitely see. I think that like
Thanks for running into it.
I was trying to articulate myself on Rat's podcast yesterday. When he was
Oh, I can hit him. One more
asking
hit and he's
that,
dead.
like,
One more hit and that motherfucker dead.
of disparity
Oh, he's flying in the air. Of course he is. Little bitch. You're dead though.
is, like,
Go away.
all things rolled
Now I can
in
fight
into
in peace.
in the previous era.
I
or
did. This is
there
my
was,
best run.
Chaos. And I was trying to articulate myself.
See if I
and
can
think
gravity
there was
this
an era of
motherfucker. You like
controlled
gravity?
chaos that happened.
Need to be grounded, bitch.
I love how Ulysse
19
was able
damage.
to
Oh,
sum up
boy.
dialogue in all 400
That's some
400
good shit right
4
there.
hours of this theory. Bravo. It's true.
Okay, it missed
It's
completely.
true. Yeah, Mulaney's eyes different. May have to do with the difference of having sealed eyes.
That's doing
or
no
maybe
damage.
free
I don't know why I'm
eyes.
using
Having no
this
eyes
shit.
is succumbing to rot. She's free of being
Shit.
biased by her perception. So,
I might as well just use my cold for
like,
remaining of
Malenia
the
is
fight.
like a whole other thing. So, like, in Buddhism, there's this image of the lotus sitting on a bed of rot, and it's
What the
through
fuck? He
rot
hit me?
that the lotus is
Why?
able to achieve transcendence. So
It's not
through
supposed to
pain
do
and
that.
suffering that we're
I have
able to,
all
like,
flash though,
to
so that's good.
understand the core tenets of Buddhism and like rise above it. And when you achieve transcendence, it's through suffering that you get to blossom on top of rot. And so, with Mulaney's like symbolism becoming like the scarlet rot and her blossoming above it and transcending and her will letting go of the self and like a bunch of other shit, where's grounded into this? When she fights for it all, she stabs herself. There's like a whole bunch of stuff that is
Yeah, she does. Melania.
that is like happening with her regarding like the loss of self, but like through discipline and suffering. that is like specific to like her missing limbs and eyes and like a bunch of other stuff. I think that there's like a
Gotta watch out for his shield.
I think that there's like a whole other aspect to like her character's design philosophy.
Stomps him.
A little bit different than somebody's eye being like sealed with like a sigil.
And now you're in your second form. I know.
Flowers and plants do grow from rotten compost, yeah.
Good, I jumped over it.
Also, one thing, shout out to Jurassic Dog. And hold on, so from what I understand,
Gonna drink some more.
I'm gonna backtrack.
Don't hit me. Little bitch.
What is keep doing down here?
Yeah, run right into it. Idiot.
Okay, so is this anything? Moss says, Soul is a Germanic goddess son and is killed by a wolf named Skull.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he does it twice!
Yeah.
I forgot all about that shit. Damn it.
Mohgwyn be the original sun god. So, this is a popular theory that
I gotta
death and
fight
sun are
them
closely
all
related
over.
because of like Egyptian mythology as well. There's like a bunch of other stuff. So I'm curious to see if this comes to light because this is another theory.
Yeah,
that I
he
see
does
part of it.
respawn. I gotta fight both of them again.
We do not have like a whole lot of evidence for this. Just that there is like in Egyptian mythology there is a tree
Yeah,
and
there
like
is. Fuck.
it exists between twilight and there's one inside the tree that gives people water or like sustenance from the tree during their journey into like into the afterlife. It's a whole thing. But yeah. Cool shit. I love to see it. In both the poetic and the present, she describes his sister as of the personified unit. Lonnie is the daughter of
This stupid combo.
Mondale Fari, and at times referred to. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Is killed by a monstrous wolf during the events of Ragnarok. Beforehand, she will have birth to a daughter who continues her mother's course through the heavens. Does this imply that maybe Marika would be based on Lonnie if we're saying that the Gek and Marika are sisters? I can't remember where I saw this theory or which based on. Yeah, so I talked about this theory a while ago, although I'm kind of like on the fence about it now. But originally, before we saw the story trailer, I speculated that the Gek and Marika were twins because they have twin rooms.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Opposite.
I don't think anything from the
So I thought that
from the
maybe
story trailer contradicts
they were
that.
twins. Very similar to
I think
how
it
like
reinforces
Nails is twin twins. And then we also have stories of like the twin birds and like the twin angels and like a bunch of other stuff in the game. But now that I'm kind of understanding that Marika's decision to like uplift her rune created disparity, a part of me is wondering if maybe the Glowmite Queen had both runes and that Marika like fucked it up. So I'm kind of like.
I don't think that was the full rune she pulled out of her.
I'm totally willing to be wrong.
To be in the first place.
This theory means the Shadow Realms was.
She just had her half.
Yes.
Well, my queen had her half. She just altered the my
Do you
queen's
believe,
piece.
or do you, or they believe in Buddhism on an actual spiritual level, or more so as a way to live? I think that it's more so like I on a personal level. I think it's more so a way to live and to manage.
I don't think the Glowmite Queen had both, or else she would have been like the real god, the real one in charge. She was an Empyrean, not actually in charge.
Like things that would other. I don't know. This is like difficult to describe. This is like a theologist question, like a theology question. Because I feel like there's like certain points in humanity in which people are put in positions of suffering, and it's when we're put in positions of suffering that we then could potentially harm others, because we might harm others in order to
Stupid ass.
preserve the self, whether that's like stealing somebody else's food, for example, or
That depends on the
doing something
person.
to hurt.
You're not always
Doing something to hurt
compelled
somebody
to do
else.
that, even if you are suffering.
And I think that there were a lot of people throughout history that were trying to like understand and like establish sets of codes to protect other people, especially during
You
time
will
periods in
also
which
technically
governments
leave food for the
or
person who's
oppressive
stealing from
systems
too.
are actively
If you're not,
pitting people
if
against
you're not
each
like
other.
completely
And so that's why we get things
Personally, you'll take what you need, and that's it.
Or codes that exist outside of like political systems.
You're not on board with it. Oh yeah, I want this person to starve, so I can. No, that's not how it works.
It's like social.
This is how they like the, it's how a lot of our rulers like to
Like a
present
social thing.
people who suffer, people who are struggling. Oh yeah, they're just as evil as we would be.
Social questions that they're trying to answer given the
That's not really true.
and the cultures and situations like that were happening within those cultures throughout history. So I think to answer your question,
They want you to like associate with the
there are certain
our rulers like
like
a lot of the
I don't know how to say it.
commons
It's not
and the masses to sympathize
there's like different types of Buddhism.
with their concerns more than the average person, that they have more in common with what they would really do. Like, people aren't stealing food just because they want you to starve, typically. They're doing it because they're, they're struggling. They're that desperate. They're not simply going to take so much food from you that you're going to starve. That's not how that works. That's what your corporations and rulers will do. They have a track record of doing that. Not so much somebody who's like just poor, homeless.
But that's like a difficult thing to reconcile, especially
No
for like younger
victims.
generations.
They're not typically going to be doing that.
But I think that a lot of Eastern philosophies are like closer to a certain kind of understanding than a lot of Western
I mean, there's a lot of overlap.
religions.
A lot of religion and culture is like it's a melting pot of ideas
I think
throughout
there's
history.
a lot of Western ideologies that mirror Buddhism.
Oh, I actually staggered them.
Like I would say there were some ascetic belief systems that were like almost coming to the same conclusion.
There's a lot of market exchange of ideas.
So it's like it's
And
hard.
there's-
It's hard. This is
like,
like
there's
a
a
can of worms that you open.
Parts of the world where people would conjoin.
Oh my god, yes.
You know,
The high
especially through the
races,
Silk
I talk about
Road.
that, but it's very spoilery.
Parts of the Iberian
It's
Peninsula.
very spoilery. I will never sacrifice my individualism, existentialist all the way to be school left me more insect. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Heather. School. I wanted to make sure that I was
What
like
the
being culturally
Well, I'm killing the Crucible Knight
more,
more consistently with my stamina.
of yes, the BJ pillars. Yes.
The BJ pillar? What the fuck?
Are we going full spoilers? Yeah, I probably will make an announcement that I'm going full spoilers in a sec.
Okay, I'm gonna have to click off when that happens.
Yeah, there's so many variations of ideologies that it can be hard to make generalizations or discuss without a ton of nuance. Exactly, Jacob. I also am somebody that, like, because my family's, like, there's, like, I have different religious backgrounds in my family. I have, like, 3 different religious ideologies in my immediate family.
Yeah.
And the one that resonates with me the most personally was modern Franciscan Catholicism because of its relationship with environmental conservation and nature worship. The particular, like, ideologies that I see
You gotta be careful with that because you have a
some
bunch
of
of
the
rulers who will try to co-opt
missions in
the
Southern
narrative
California
around nature.
emphasize, like, indigenous culture,
For,
conservation, and, like, environmental conservation. So they've kind of
Eco-fascist
shifted
agendas.
and are trying to, like,
There's basically Nazi agendas
give
disguised
back to, like,
as
communities that
preservation
colonize.
of the environment and
And
planet.
there's a lot of
But they're not.
historic reconciliation and
It's just
looking at work
repackaged
that's happening
eugenics.
within those movements.
But they just blame the brown
I think
people
that
for
is an
why the
important
planet is dying and
discussion
all
to be
that
a part
weird
of.
shit. But they blame the
and,
poor
like,
people
It's important
why the
to,
planet's dying. There was just
bear
less
witness
mouths
to
to
it.
feed. The planet would die.
if
We
that
gotta
makes
get
sense.
rid of them. This whole
There's
it's a
like
false
whole
narrative they're
fucking-
presenting anyway. The planet
It's
is
too
not
much to
fucking
talk
dying.
about. It is like too much to talk
And there's
about.
plenty of food to
be
go around.
honest.
We just need to get rid of these
Like,
people
there has
who are
to be
pushing
like,
this
certain
propaganda
groups have
to
to
begin
be
with. They're the ones
themselves.
causing the most issues on the
and
planet,
amplify the voices of
causing
people
the
that-
pollution they're blaming on the peasants
That makes
and the
sense.
brown people.
What is the name of that sector?
Like the military is the most polluting
So that is very particular.
outfit and
That's a very
institution.
culturally particular
of
or
anybody,
specific instance of
but they don't want to do shit about that.
Catholicism that is unique to
They want everybody else. They want people who are struggling to
because
go
they
without.
colonized all the way up through
They want the
Mexico,
brown countries to not
California.
develop.
So it's
They
like,
let the military keep
this is
bombing
why
the
it's
shit
so
out of people.
lost, is because like the
Bombing
particular
the shit out of brown
religion that like I grew up around or in
Poor
proximity
people.
of
Or
has like
communists.
very own unique and
Whoever they
specific
deem
history that
communist.
only
You know, whoever
applies to,
doesn't
like,
suck the
growing up in
dick
California.
of some Western colonials, you know, they're communists automatically. They don't know anything about Karl Marx. They're called communists.
So fucked. They're so fucked.
At that point, shit,
Because history
communism's
comes
probably
from
sounding pretty good.
understand the self,
That's what that
others,
means to them.
spirituality,
Maybe I should rethink communism. Maybe it's not so bad.
but
That's what we're calling communism now.
And like,
You don't even have to know shit about Karl Marx. If you oppose getting fucked in the ass by corporations and a bunch of degeneracies, yeah,
that's something that I'm like,
you're a communist now.
I'm like pretty agnostic or like atheist, but like growing up around religions and learning about religions and learning about humanity.
Maybe communism isn't so bad.
Economic systems pit us against each
Call
other.
me a communist, though.
Because it made me realize that like theology is incredibly important, and I'm like fully caught into it. Because it's like, it's so much. It's
They were
so
calling
much.
everybody in the civil rights movement a communist. You know,
And
they
it's
just
really
won't.
important for us to, like,
You don't take the shaft
keep each
from
other in check
from
and,
Massa.
like, figure out
Why don't you let
what
Massa
we're doing.
fuck you in the ass? All right, you're a communist. That's why. Like, nah, dude.
I wish everyone just had an overabundance of empathy because I feel like that's what's missing from the world. I think it's really hard to tell terribler
Just don't
when
suck colonial dick.
maybe like our systems and our family structures and a lot of stuff that are hard to maintain.
I mean, I guess I am a communist now at this point.
Like,
After looking into it,
or to
It's
like,
not so bad.
you know, get out of abusive situations.
It's just a very
It's hard to,
practical
like, make younger generations
pro-
bear the brunt
approach
of
to
like, a lot of
shit.
trauma.
You don't have
And
to
I
worship
think
any of the
that
figures
in a
in
lot of cases
communism. You
we're
don't have
not
to worship
conditioned
fucking Karl Marx.
to
That's stupid
perspective
anyway.
taker around
But you know,
things because
some of the
if you're
methods
constantly being
they're sound.
reinforced to only like take care of yourself or focus on yourself, it of course is not. You're not going to exercise that. The Cooper's just start. You know, he's just snoring. He's snoring, you guys.
Oh, I spoke over her. I wonder what she was saying.
But yeah, like if we were put in a situation where
You may go
like,
back.
so in America, it's very common for people to have this mentality, and this is so unique.
Yeah, this is where
to
I
being
left the chat
American,
because I got kind of
that I'm sure
emotional.
those
I left the chat after this. I'm gonna skip this part. I agree with what she was saying, but I just got emotional because I was gonna say some stuff. Nothing bad. Just I don't know. I don't like when I get emotional, so I just leave a discussion.
community for literally like over 12
We were talking about like real world stuff at that point of this discussion.
years.
I skipped
It's
ahead.
insane. Like Major Monotone is like one of Major Monotone is literally like a homie. They're like a family member to me now.
All right, I'm gonna probably
Yeah.
end the stream soon. I'm gonna go until like 2:30.
That's how the
Now.
Elden
Well,
Ring
it's almost
summer is,
2:30
like,
now.
Yeah.
I guess 3.
All things can be conjoined, be more like Muriel. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, be like Muriel, the turtle pope. I like him. Turtle pope
Major
must be
Monotone. Yeah,
protected.
sorry, Dr. Monotone.
I can't believe people
Dr.
actually
Monotone.
killed fucking heartless people. Why would you kill turtle pope?
PhD.
I feel bad enough killing the normal turtles in the game because they're so like they kind of spaz out so bad that when you hit them. And, like I feel sorry for hitting the turtles. Then you're gonna hit Muriel, who's just a good guy. He's sweet. Why would you kill him?
Yes. Okay, so let's go over the alchemy speculation writer. There's like a lot of
Oh really?
alchemy speculation in the community. So
That
this
thing
is
just
kind of
goes
like
all the way around, huh? Should have dodged.
Yeah, there's also 7 stages. There's a bunch of different stages of alchemy. Also, sorry. There's
Turn off the ear.
Cooper Star. There is the black phase, which is called calcination destruction. I've used this like. Sorry, Cooper's doing so much. I've used this.
Cooper does.
Allegory
Her little dog,
before,
he's
but there's
little,
this
but he got
idea
some
of,
powerful lungs.
like,
Dude.
if you use a cast
He's
iron
very
skillet,
loud.
for those of you out there that are.
It's funny.
Wait, I
You
hear
look at
one
that
little
dog,
I've
it's
never seen this
a
dog.
little
I
dude.
show him on camera all the time. King Hawks must be you. He literally sits with me most of the time.
They snore
But if you use a cast iron skillet,
like a
you
fucking
don't like
wolf.
fully wash it out. You like pretty much like burn the skillet, and like he seasons it, and it gets. You use like a type of oil that then solidifies into like a smooth base for your pan, and it's black because it's literally it's like coating the skillet. It's coating the skillet, but that's this phase. And then there's the purification phase, which is usually associated with white, which is I think like salt or some
Come on,
other
dude. I wanted to stagger you. Let's go,
some
go.
other point in the mixture.
Of course. I should have just rolled again.
Trinitis, which is enlightenment, which is also yellow. And then there's rubido, which turns to red, and then it starts all over again when you
More
repeat
colors.
the cycle.
Some of
I
the
think
the
alchemy
trailer, the
is
story
used a
trailer
lot.
where the colors change. Yeah.
And so, yeah, and at least the creation of the Rebus. The whole point of creating the Rebus is to potentially achieve the Philosopher's Stone, which can cure
This is talking about
illness.
alchemy. Okay.
There were a lot of people that were doing early alchemy back in like the medieval era, and this was also true.
So
in
got some
Asia.
alchemy,
So there's also,
alchemists
like,
today,
early
really
Asian alchemy that was kind of
occultist,
like hidden
occult
in
alchemist.
codes, like
In elite
and weird
fraternities.
symbolism to kind
Who
of
believe
hide
in
certain
sacrificing bodies
mixtures. There's a lot of like really cool
through
history and mythology
systemic methods
regarding
like
like
war
early alchemy and especially
or
like early chemistry. because a lot of
chemical-induced
early
illness
scientists were
disguised
actually,
as
like, figuring out
natural
how to
thing.
do like. I mean, like they were figuring out how to like isolate certain materials from each other and like certain metals and chemicals. And it was incredibly dangerous. And a lot of people would like die from that shit. There's a lot of
Yeah, that was the intent.
mercury exposure. There's a lot of really like funny and interesting.
They were
history
lying about what
definitely
the
will
real
check it out,
purpose
but
of it.
there was a certain person in a certain like
That's how they got away with killing so
where
many
they were
people.
utilizing these like ancient symbols that were used by the Rosicrucians and like even groups before that as like a metaphor for purifying the spirit. And there was this overlap between early chemistry and trying to understand the very properties of nature and reality, and it was like a very exciting like, ooh, if you understand like the properties of how to manipulate, you know, gold and silver and whatever, you can turn
Oh, he
it
got
into
me.
gold and you can like disrupt the market. And so there were a lot of like political groups and religious groups that were like almost having this weird arms race and like a lot of protective knowledge. There was a lot of really cool stuff and mysterious stuff that was happening during this era of history. But yeah, later
It's
they
all
got
flim
taken
flam.
to become like a metaphor for
Yeah,
purifying
there's a lot
spirit and,
of
like,
activity
spiritual
around
self.
us,
And then it
skullduggery
ended up
around
getting
us.
co-opted by like the white supremacy movement. We're back here again. We're back here again. It's like the nuclear sciences era, but with mercury. Yes.
There's a lot of there's a lot of flim flam in nuclear science as well.
But yeah,
Quantum physics as well.
there's a lot going on. There's also the idea of cycles. Yeah, the idea of cycles.
Yeah, I don't know why
and
we're
how
supposed to
things,
be
like,
dick stroking
I think also too, the
fucking
Stone
Oppenheimer to
Dragon
begin with. What are we
is,
celebrating
like,
him
a very
for?
common symbol too.
The you know,
and Stone Dragon has to do
the
with time,
purported
heating,
narrative that
the dance of opposites, the dance of opposing forces.
was responsible for us bombing the shit out of Japan. Why is that something to revere?
Should I talk about
Like,
did you guys
what are we supposed to
comment
take away from the
on series on
Oppenheimer
X?
movie?
We got distracted. We got distracted because
Like they presented this false narrative that like this fucking bomb ended the war, and that's always been a
we've
propaganda
been in this mirror board
narrative.
for like 4
That was
hours.
never the case. The war was already ending. thanks to the Russians.
But thankfully we've covered everybody who joined us on here. We've covered, oh my god. Yeah, burning, sacrificing your operation, yes. It's been such a nightmare. Okay, so can I, really quick, before, because I kind of want to end the stream, we're going on 4 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm tired as fuck. Those 400 tags in your replies, I don't want to, yeah, ADHD hours, aka 24/7. Lucio, can I have your permission?
Yeah, that's why I don't really want to watch that stupid Oppenheimer movie. Like,
do you mind if I post something somewhere on this board?
it looks like a propaganda movie. It seems that was the case. Like, we got, what the fuck, Nolan? Didn't Nolan work on that film? They got, you know, they made the Batman film with Christian.
Like, literally, like, oh, we did.
What's his name?
You got it. Okay, cool. So this is spoilery. This is it, y'all.
You know,
this
American
is
Psycho.
Spoiler warning.
The main
This is the
movie I
giant
even
spoiler
liked from
warning.
him was American
This is
Psycho.
me
I haven't really
letting
liked
you
too
guys
much other
know
shit.
that I'm about to get into the spoilers I've already covered.
Alright then.
And I'm about
Well,
to talk
it's
about
time to
something
end this.
that is spoilery.
Let's go to another
so if you
thing.
do not want to see spoilers,
Yeah,
if
I
you don't want to hear about spoilers,
I do not. We will see those spoilers when we play the game. Okay. What else can we look at? Why is there a marathon of Whitest Kids You Know? I don't remember even clicking on this. But it's in my recommends. I like that show, so I don't mind seeing it, but still, I was wondering why it's recommended to me. That show is so quotable even today. It wasn't popular when it was on, though, I noticed. But it's had like a kind of a meme resurgence online. In parts of the online. Parts of the internet, I should say. Huh. Dark Souls Remastered is now popular. Oh yeah, due to the Nexus mod that came out for it, yeah. That makes it look way better than the vanilla version of the remaster. The vanilla remaster is kind of ugly. The best thing about it is that, you know, the lava in Izalith isn't so orange, so it's not blinding you. And, you know, the frame rate in that entire area is better. Like, Blight Town is better. Google's algorithm has been leaked. Oh, good. This is from Mudahar. Let's hear about it. Why not? Fuck it. I don't even like Mudahar, but let's hear about it.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mudahar. You ever something stuck in your ear that you've been trying to, pick out for days at this point?
No.
I've got a problem, but you know who else has a problem? Google. Now, you might be actually on the internet probably finding out something about, oh my god, the Google
They're better than Bing,
leak
but
was pretty
they
bad.
still suck.
Or you'll find people who are talking about how Google's algorithm has been leaked. Their secret algorithm has been exposed.
Anything's better than Microsoft, really. It's not a high bar.
Google search ranking factors in the biggest delete possible. So then, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I want to skip through the clickbait and horror real quickly. What we're about to cover is not the most damning leak possible, okay? This is something that if you ever have been in the world of search rankings, SEO, you probably already know some of these things. So Google's documentation ended up being leaked in the last few days, and this is the Google API Content Warehouse version 0.4.0. Now this was leaked onto GitHub, and it basically was leaked there for about a solid week before things were taken down. What you're seeing here is effectively an archive of all that information that anybody can effectively browse through and read. So I'm not going to be spreading this myself just because I believe this documentation is something Google doesn't want to deal with people looking at, so on and so forth. Plenty of channels have already talked about it. I'm going to talk about it just to kind of demystify and explain some of the goofier internet exploration side of things, okay? Now, somebody that's made a lot of videos regarding the deep web and internet content, Google is like a first step for plenty of people. It is the largest search engine in the world. To give you an idea, this is the top websites in the world right now. Number 1 is Google. Number 2 is this site, YouTube.
Still hit me. What the
This is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Baidu, Wikipedia, Yahoo, Yandex, and then WhatsApp, okay?
Yeah.
X videos comes right afterwards.
Oh, that's the porn.
Crazy is
Yeah.
there's more
Of course.
people on the adult websites than there are on TikTok and Reddit. Dude, that's crazy. Now, to give an idea, ladies and gentlemen, that makes it where Google is basically a lot of people's first step into the internet. Now, a lot of products you buy, whether it be iPhones, Android devices, most modern OEM enabled computers, probably have
close. Yeah,
Google
almost
as the default engine. In fact, a lot of web browsers
Stupid
you
bugger.
download probably have
My
Google as
glasses
the
are falling
default
off.
engine that you can
I have glasses on, by the way.
I
Don't usually have them on, but I do now.
Remained one of the top search engines for basically its inception.
I'm a nerd.
Plenty of people have come.
I'm a
Me,
fucking
Nothing else.
nerd.
Nobody has dethroned Google yet. Now, the way that Google engines
Apparently
work,
people
and the
like
way
me
that
with
Google
glasses
search
on.
works is
I think
it
I would
basically sends
worse
a lot
with
of
them on.
crawlers, a lot of trackers.
I get a lot of
web,
stares when I'm
and
wearing
basically
them.
catalogs and archives links upon
A
links
lot of
upon
women
links.
asking me
And
what
then
time it is.
throws that into an algorithm that then ranks those websites into what is most relevant.
Look, I have really
for
thick
your
glasses. I can see a
so
clock
for
from a mile
instance, if
away.
you want to look up Mudahar, right, it might,
They're not thick,
it might
actually.
offer
Pretty
you different Mudahars. I'm not the only person named Mudahar in the world.
modest
If you type in
glasses.
Mudahar deep web,
Probably do
it'll
look
then
different
look
with
through
them on.
rankings and a whole mirage of data and basically analyze that the Mudahar that their people are searching for is probably the one that runs the YouTube channel Some Ordinary Gamers. And it'll feed you all the relevant information according to it. And you'll probably have to go like page 8 or 9 before Google starts spitting at you all the different Mudahars in the world. But that's how the search engine works. Because for Google, it's ideal that any search engine
Oh, he hit me.
the most relevant
This
results
stupid
depending on
bitch
what.
brother hit
So
me
you
through
don't
his
go
other
to
brother.
Bing or other search
He
engines
stabbed
because you
right
realize
through
Google
his
is actually just
fucking
all water to
crucible
begin
knife.
with. Now, interestingly enough, Google
That's
was
crazy,
asked
dude.
about this information, and they
Why?
clarified that the algorithm leaked data is not comprehensive or fully relevant to its current search rankings. The company stated that it is committed to providing accurate information, but will not offer detailed
We're not going to do that. We're
explanations of
committed to it, but
individual
we're not going to
ranking
actually
signals.
offer
Google
accurate
also highlighted
info.
that its ranking systems change over time, and that it aims to communicate relevant information to the community. And while this is true, this is kind of a fucking PR response in
Of course
a way
it is.
as well.
It's a
Because
nothing
in
burger
general,
response.
obviously,
It's
what
not a
sites
nothing
can
burger.
say, "Alright, tell you,
It's a
yeah,
nothing
our
response.
cost is available to be viewed. No, portions of it is out there, but some of it's not really being used, which is kind of true. Obviously, as you develop things, they get thrown into your entire system, and then, of course, they get depreciated, you switch things out. Everything that gets leaked is never 100% accurate of the time of the leak. Sometimes it can be years old, sometimes it can be days old, sometimes it could be even weeks old, as it may appear in this situation. So, you guys remember a while back when we looked at that YouTube Peace Score thing from years ago, when certain channels had a Peace Score embedded within their actual YouTube code that appeared to basically be like a score for ranking certain channels, right? Certain channels would have a higher score than other channels, and a lot of people collaborated to the more popular and the more respected channels like YouTube. We're usually given a higher score than the channel that started maybe like a week ago, or a smaller channel in general. So, while that was YouTube, something that Google has pretty much
What the
been doing since
why couldn't I-
its inception is
I
something
swung,
called
dude.
page rank. And there is a lot of
pressing the
actual
wrong button.
educational articles on it. This is actually one from 4Now. So you can actually read, like, we live in a computer era. Internet is part of our everyday lives, and information is only a click away. Just open your favorite search engine like Google, Alta Vista, yada yada. So this is a little old. Ain't no
Alta
motherfucker
Vista,
using
damn, I
Yahoo
forgot all
anymore,
that.
that's for damn sure. But for instance, it actually describes how the page ranking system works. So one of the actual paragraphs you need to read out of this is modern search engines employ methods of ranking the results to provide the best results first and are more elaborate than just plain text ranking. One of the most known and influential algorithms is the PageRank algorithm used by Google search engine. It was invented by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, who basically owned the parent company of Google, Alphabet.
And it relates to Gus Frank?
At Stanford, and it became a Google trademark in 1998.
Oh, well, let me roll.
Was that the importance of any page can be judged by looking at the pages that link to it. If we create a web page I and include a hyperlink to the web page J, this means that we consider J important and relevant to our topic. If there is a lot of pages that link to J, this means that the common belief is that J is important. If, on the other hand, J only has one backlink, and that comes from an authoritative site K, which authoritative means, websites that are typically large and recognized like Google, CNN, or Cornell.edu, we say that K transfers its authority to J. In other words, K asserts that J is important. Whether we talk about popularity or authority, we can iteratively rank a rank to each page.
That was close, almost died.
Based on the ranks of the pages that point to it. So generally speaking,
dodging like a champ.
for, I guess, any topic on the internet. Let's say you look
Can't
for
see shit.
aliens, for instance,
It's so
right?
dark.
What Google's ranking is going to do is it's going to most likely grab the most relevant and the most, authority leading rank or search that it can find. And the best way to describe it is like, let's say there's like fucking 10 pages of aliens, right? You make an alien website, and all of a sudden, you've got, CNN, Fox, some of the big iconic mainstream websites are linking to it. Your page is probably going to be more relevant than like some spooky 1999 web forum that is still active somewhere deep on the internet. That's kind of how these systems work. And this builds the entire backbone of an industry called search engine optimization, or SEO. So the actual information that ended up being leaked actually is apparently mostly API calls of things that people understand. So inside the Google API Content Warehouse, they do talk about things like nav boost and things like good clicks. So if you actually look into it, you can see that attributes here are clicks.
Oh my god, fucking wall blocked me. I got cock blocked on the damn wall. Fuck out of here, dude. Oh, now you jump up in the air. I'm about to hit me with that ice, that cold shoulder.
That's how this entire situation tends to work. Obviously, there
Get out
are
of my face with that
over
bullshit.
10,000 something calls, so it's not as easy to just look through this information and come up with what is conclusive. But this does shed some light on what Google systems are running, okay? How they calculate and what they
Leave me the
use
fuck alone,
to effectively
damn.
run their algorithm, what they're
Why you gotta be a
looking for
little
is
bitch?
mentioned in the situation. So there's actually a really good write-up by a person known as Patrick Stock, who basically works in the same field. And I guess I'm going to read a few excerpts from his research as well. That I think
What the fuck? I didn't swing again?
It's
fucking bullshit game trying to kill me.
He basically writes, are clicks
Only
used
swung
right?
once.
Well, yes and no. We know that Google uses clicks for things like personalization.
I'm surprised I didn't die there.
Testing, feedback.
Which games is trying to fuck me, dude?
Trained on the click data, including nav boost. But that is directly accessing the click data and being used as rankings.
Oh, he didn't make it.
And nothing I saw actually confirms it either.
I could have hit him, but I
So as far
didn't
as they know,
replenish my
there's
mana.
nothing to confirm that it takes
Or I
into
do
account
anything.
the click data of individual pages to reorder results.
Yeah,
Or
let's
that
go
if you
then.
get more people to click on your results, then your rankings would go up. So it appears that there is no actual proven method that you can somehow artificially
Almost got
increase
me.
yourself in Google's rankings. So this should be easy enough to prove if that was the case. I've tried many times. I tried it years ago using the Tor network. My friend Wes Jones
Your
tried
own
to use
bitch.
residential Fox. They couldn't just self-gap themselves up in the actual.
They let that motherfucker cross greater distance, dude. I'm about to kill his bitch ass brother. What the fuck is that shit, dude? What the fuck is that shit? I'm about to throw some
They're
shit,
nice
dude.
people who are just doing their job.
I can't
If
believe
they
that
told us
happened.
something wrong, it's likely because they don't know they were misinformed or they've been instructed to obfuscate
Google's always
something
lying,
to
dude.
prevent abuse.
Shut up.
They don't
We
deserve the
know.
hate that the
I'm gonna
community
click off
right
this
now is
video.
giving them. Like,
Who cares? We know they've been lying. This YouTuber might try to sue you. Well, who the fuck is it? You haven't really blanked out their face very well. Is that intentional?
hello,
How
guys
old
and
is this
gals, ladies and
sedan?
gentlemen, me, Moodahar. And, getting sued is one of those things where, it's scary, it's annoying, it's a lot of money, but honestly, if you are right and the principles are with you, you should absolutely stand up to yourself, stand up for yourself,
Yeah, stand up to yourself.
online bullying, okay? Now, I would say years
Oh, he's
ago,
saying
I
bullying.
was actually, out of all the people that I've ever covered on my channel, I can tell you that there are maybe 2 individuals that are actually unhinged. I'm not going to be naming any individuals in that
Well,
specific
what's the
instance.
point of this?
But one story where me and a good
Let me
friend
get
of
off of
mine,
this.
Expo, were involved in, that was a situation where somebody that we were talking about literally hired a private security firm to send us
Why didn't we do that?
docket, a possible legal threat, if you will, too. Now, at the time, I was pretty scared. I was like, ooh, lawsuits, this isn't right. I didn't have the money to fight it, to be honest with you. I didn't really have the ability or
Thought he
know
was
how to
rich.
navigate that trouble. So I decided to calm back down and
This guy's
basically
rich.
just capitulate.
He said he would support somebody else's legal case.
Nowadays,
That thing,
if some scumbag threatens a lawsuit,
he's offered to
oh boy, we gotta go all
legally
the way,
support
all right?
someone
It
else
is what it is.
when
We're
he wasn't
gonna
even
bring
involved in the
truth hammers
case.
to the party.
So
Ladies
I don't
and
understand.
gentlemen, understand, this is not a situation where I quote the actual person we're talking about will sue. But let's start off at the beginning of the story. There's a YouTube channel known as Printing. Printing is a channel with 1 million subscribers, and they cover various figures on the internet. Now, to give an idea, Printing is a channel that covers internet culture, internet stories,
Or like a
there's
Turkey
been
Tom shit.
crossover with the type of people that I look at. Individuals like Rita Joyce, for instance, who basically had an entire arc on the
Blowbacks,
internet.
blowbacks, all these.
Basically, everyone
So
shot all the way from the biggest
they've been
channel
more like
to smaller channels are basically talking about the wildest situation. But if you're looking at this one blurred thumbnail, this is going to be a part of the video that we're going to keep going forward. I'm not going to show this individual's face, okay? Because apparently they've been using the DMCA system to scare the heck out of people, stop any form of criticism, and shut down videos critical of their crappy behavior. So I don't give any of these scumbags a fucking inch. And I swear to God, if this video gets in with the DMCA, we're going to fucking legal warfare, okay? God damn! But anyways, he made a video where he titled it, "The Influencer Who Think Everything is Stalking Me." Now he talks about...
So that image he kind of didn't cover up in the thumbnail. It's probably just some stock image.
So the time frame it took for people to entirely graduate from a college program, a bachelor's program,
That was an actual
that's how long
content
this
creator.
person's life is basically been getting ruined by this one
Thank God,
crazy
didn't miss.
close celebrity. And I say close celebrity because we're going to be diving into a group of individuals on the
My
internet
duck
that basically
saved me.
plot and fake their followings allegedly and try to make themselves
Oh my
look
God.
like they're Hollywood's next star child, when in reality, only 30 people have ever fucking seen the crap that they make. So a couple weeks ago, Printing starts hitting up YouTube because apparently if you want YouTube to never really do anything at points, you pretty much have to talk to them over social media channels. And they basically say, a creator on your platform, Lily Jean and Laura Truman, who's apparently Lily Jean's like mother manager at this point, has spent the last 4 years abusing the copyright system to not only take down videos or channels, but also to dox and harass dozens of channels. Could you please take a look? Now, I really like when YouTube gets involved in situations like this because I hope it allows YouTube to learn. See, I wouldn't be talking about the situation if there wasn't massive consequences, right? When you have situations where creators are DMCAing other individuals, the problem is personal information gets shared around. And this is an issue with the YouTube DMCA system and
Yeah,
many
you
online
gotta dox
DMCA
yourself
systems where personal information
to contest
is basically
shit.
shared around. And what happens with that personal information after it's been delivered to both parties?
That's why they hope people don't contest it, or they do, so they can just be able to harass them more and take them to court and shit like that.
So, for instance, Printing basically says, here's a picture of my entire legal name, which is not public, being shared with multiple
And they want to also post it online for other people to dox and do what they will.
regarding multiple creators of the same umbrella strikes. And what had happened was their information
It's very petty behavior.
around
It happens.
without any form of consent.
Oh, that didn't even hit him? What the fuck?
YouTube, or since they call this creator, allegedly Printing, has created a hostile environment for myself and my family. My family and I filed a report to our local police due to her continuous harassment and threats on social media platforms. For example, last week on Instagram stories, she taunted my family and instigated fictional battles. She writes to come for her and creates fictional battles like Lily Jean versus Cleor, which in a free Palestine era and Ukraine war era is perilous for a Russian Jewish woman. My family and I have taken recourse to block her and not respond to terrorist tactics. Actions that have caused distress and fear for
Never
my
mind. I'm not
family.
going to get a comment.
Her video was seen by many people in the United States thanks to the content farm base coming from Blank, who is the owner of the Printing Content Farm. Now, if you don't know the term content farm, it's not exactly widely known, but I guess I'll give you the exact definition for it. A content farm is a website or company that creates vast amount of content that is usually duplicated and low quality, written specifically to fulfill algorithms and rank highly in search.
It's like a lot of those influencer organizations,
that do actual deep dives and researches into these topics and apply their own fucking
like talent,
expertise
these talent
and
organizations.
understanding of these systems do not fall
That
under
people like
copyright
Asmongold
law.
and
Okay,
Mr.
we're not
Beast are a
AI
part of.
generating shit. We're actually people that look into this kind of stuff.
And
That's
Hassan as
why
well.
research and logic into it, okay? This is one of those weird allegations that gets thrown around. And honestly, the term content farm, you probably have never heard of because its usage isn't exactly that widespread. But let's go down even further. So they start detailing their creators. For instance, an email that they write to YouTube is, my life is put in danger every day because of Mr. Blank stealing my work and using it as a
Mr. Beast? Oh, shit. No, they say Mr. Blank.
They
probably use Mr. Beast.
Other people's content in a fair use manner, okay? Obviously, you can sue anybody for anything fair use related, but if you
Mr. Beast can afford a court case, though. He would be fine if he got sued. He's a cajillionaire.
I know that I get bullshit DMCA strikes from fucking pissed off creators, and you people sometimes just step in and say, no, what you did was fair use, so we're just going to not honor this DMCA request. Now, maybe that's because on a larger channel and somebody is actually watching something when it goes through, versus somebody that is a smaller channel and maybe YouTube just automates the DMCA request through. Maybe there's some different weighting that goes on, but yeah, fair use is a fucking thing. People who oftentimes bring this up don't understand that their content is used in a fair use manner. You can be critical of people on the internet. Point example here, if somebody re-uploads an entire video of mine without any form of commentary or criticism, I could easily DMCA. If they made a video crapping on me and used portions of my content and then talked about it in an actual fair use manner, nothing I can do about it. That is legally their right to decide.
I'm gonna do that then.
So anyways, the cover photo
We're gonna crap all
my copyright work on
kind of video we look at them. No, not really. I don't care that much about Luda Hard to do that.
000-232-2490. So that is, of course, their face, which I'm blurring out because I don't want to get...
He's making good background noise now. I'm trying to fight this motherfucker. Okay, and they're cheating.
Content creation agencies now follow suit with copycat videos. For example, Jelly Smack, which is owned by again, full names being shared around to each other. And of course, they cite printing, for instance. Most recently, I've had to have their defamatory piece removed. They cite printing. And then, of course, you've got the actual name of the owner of this Anna Oop channel. You've got Sunny V2, owned by the actual full name.
Sunny V2.
And, of course, Primic Materials.
His real name is out there now. Oh, shit. I remember Sunny V2. I don't think they make shit anymore now, do they? They always make videos about this guy killed his career. Even if the guy's still making shit and he's still popular. It's funny. It's like he's trying to will some shit into happening. He's like trying to create a self-fulfilling prophecy by making a video where, you know, we just say that this guy's career is over.
To hurt and horror, I am about to introduce you to one of their members, a 27-year-old man who was profited off of my daughter's name and image.
Just to get to the head of the actual content creator. This kind of gets to some. This gets, even if it's not true, it gets to the head of some content creators. They hear that shit and they start believing it. In spite of all evidence, it gets in their head. And see the thought. And do a lot.
What's the most egregious about this is the entire mention of this person's family and their Facebook profiles, which obviously is designed to send targeted harassment towards people that are completely unrelated to the situation. Now, obviously, this is off-platform behavior that should absolutely be judged by YouTube, and it's not acceptable no matter what platform you're on. And I don't know what they were thinking by doing any of this. It's just a completely
I just don't know, dude. I've been on this boss forever. It's almost 3, dude. I can't fight this guy forever.
And you decide, yeah, I'm going to start mass flagging and deleting and copyright striking people because here's where it gets really shady. If you go to YouTube right now, and you just look up, like, Lily Jean, was it copyright strike, for instance? If you just look this up, you'll find that there's plenty of actual creators that have actually been hit with copyright strikes. Right? This individual right here is complaining about copyright strike. Plenty of other users are complaining about the same situation. And again, this is all from years ago. So even if one YouTuber is safe from the copyright strike and YouTube steps in and says fair use is fine, other creators are not. And look, I haven't seen these people's videos, so I have no idea if it was actually fair use or not. But given how this person has been acting, I'm going to be more charitable to the actual content creators versus the wannabe Hollywood loser. So again, in this situation, YouTube should absolutely step in. Abusing the copyright system is harmful to YouTube. There really isn't any.
I'm tired of getting one shot as soon as I get the fuck in here,
So
man.
the
Damn it.
alternative event is because of how much
Let me
this person
fucking
tries to
survive.
hide themselves, this is what we call the Streisand effect, okay? Where now more and more people talk about it, okay? Now some fat Linux worshipping gamer on the internet, me, is talking about it, okay? And
Linux is good, though. At least you got good taste in OS. I'm going to switch over to Linux pretty soon. I'm tired of Windows. They're just trying to make shit suck. They're evil.
Because it does shed information on this specific person and their shitty behavior. It turns out, according to old Steven,
Like, I don't want to be on a PC so it can just become a fucking Mac all of a sudden. I use a PC so it's not like a Mac. Because it's not like a Mac. That's what I like about it. It's not shit like that. But I guess I'm just going to have to switch over to Linux.
This is another example of somebody who just wants any form of criticism removed off of the internet and they go down actually issuing legal takedown requests, okay? Which these things have a real fucking implication on. To give you an idea, I'm not joking when I title this video, this YouTuber might sue me. If I make a video and I show this person's face or any of their content, they can DMCA strike my YouTube video, okay? So to give you an idea, this is a YouTube DMCA strike form right here. So here you can see that obviously they're asking you, who are you? Are you yourself? Or are you somebody that's representing, maybe a lawyer? You give your copyright owner name, you give your phone.
They fucking thought of everything with these damn bosses, man. They make a level 1 run really annoying.
Or you basically send an actual strike that just removes the video right.
You can't even bait these motherfuckers
this
properly.
is the form that YouTube provides because YouTube is operating under the safe harbor provision. YouTube has to give options like this in case somebody uploads actual copyright.
So I just want to hit them. I'm tired of dodging them. I just want to fucking straight up hit them. Fuck.
That is what YouTube does. That is the game that has to be played. And it's not just YouTube doing it, every platform does it. So you can't blame YouTube for having a system. They have to provide a DMCA system in general. So the problem here is when you file a DMCA request and you send it over to somebody else, they receive the request, and you have a couple options. You can either say, okay, I'll take it up the ass and call it a day, or, you know, if you send it to me and I feel like my content does not violate copyright, then I send a counter notice back to you. Now, that counter notice, if you don't respond to it in a legal fashion, YouTube will honor me and put my video back up because you didn't bother to respond to it. Now, the response the actual accusing party has to do is send notices that they are suing you in a court of law in the United States or whatever jurisdiction for copyright abuse. And at that moment in time, it becomes a legal case. Now, we've seen this
YouTube is an American company, so should be able to.
One of the most famous ones
I don't know.
being
Never mind.
Price actual copyright case on YouTube. Now, initially, when he was getting sued, we thought maybe it would have been easy, right? You just prove fair use and you're out of it. But it cost Ethan Klein tons of money, tons of time, and again, his case was so interesting that it actually created a landmark for, again, online copyright claims on the internet. And it is referenced in U.S. law whenever this kind of stuff gets brought up. The issue with this stuff is going to court is, again, time-consuming, very costly, and it's honestly bad for your health, okay? The amount of stress that somebody goes through under a lawsuit is insane. So this is one of those situations where, again, if you're a smaller creator that has criticized somebody and they threaten you with a DMCA request and you feel shaky trying to fight it, people are just going to take all of the bullshit and never fight back. But when you do fight back, be prepared for an actual costly battle. So yeah, looking into this Lily Jean person, the wild thing about it is like they're basically faux celebrities. So again, you go to their Instagram page and it's like 1.1 million something followers. So you think, whoa, this person might be a fucking big deal. And then you start to obviously look into who they are. Maybe they have like a crazy massive YouTube channel. And then you find out, oh shit, they're like 22.8 thousand subscribers. So pretty massive distribution of followers, right?
Botting followers.
All they basically do is produce, you know, shitty trailers, clips, content that maybe they think could one day get them inside actual film studios.
I looked away from the screen.
Situation where apparently they're involved in winning BS awards and recognition.
Oh, fake awards.
To go down into, because really it's about building this fake celebrity status that eventually one day,
creating an illusion.
Hollywood or some legitimate form of media entertainment will pick up and think, well, this person's a fucking celebrity. Let's give him a multi-million-dollar TV deal. Almost never fucking happens. And that's the weird story that they try to sell to themselves.
Who watches TV anymore, though?
It's literally the question.
That's not gonna
by faking it until you somehow
entice anybody.
What the hell is this? I can't access to a work page? Access denied. Oh, dude, it's because I'm using a network-wide blocker. Well, thankfully, I know exactly how to get to these websites.
I'm getting tired.
I'm
falling asleep.
Oh no! Why have I been blocked? So anyways, I just decided to take a video recording of the page before it blocked me out. And what's interesting about the awards and honors over here, it's like, for instance, one of the trailers that got sent in was this award-winning best trailer. Nomination screening here. The Trapper Trap, The Rise of Princess Glamourite. And lo and behold, it's actually something that's entirely available on YouTube in at least one short trailer or something. Or at least 9 minutes or something on their channel. And then you look
I'm button mashing now.
Is it like kids or something? And then it's like, oh, okay, it's this one
Maybe I'll dodge quicker.
And you go over here, and it's like, oh, we're here in Paris, France. You go to a website here real quick, and it's just like, oh, here's the International Film Festival. And I don't want to dog him or anything, but it's like, you go to the FAQ, it's like, where are we based on? We're Paris-based film festival. What kind of event we organize? We organize the event online. Where can I
So whenever the fucking staff lands on the ground,
I receive my e-certificate via 3 to 5 business days via email. And you got Lily G, it's like, it was an amazing first win for the cast.
His fucking brother was next to him.
That was intended to make people laugh. We got so excited, March 2024. You go over here, and it's just random award winners, and then you go to their actual website over here, for instance, or their Twitter feed, and it's just you scroll down a little bit, and it's they're retweeting AI art and shit. When it comes to actual films, boy, I'd imagine the creative community would probably laugh pretty wholeheartedly at the situation. But anyways, yeah, one thing is definitely for sure. I wouldn't be really ratting on somebody for whatever it is. Even if you're faking trying to get into Hollywood, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Tons of people fake their Instagram career, social media profiles in order to get somewhere in the industry.
Yeah, there's a lot of faking
Whatever. If you
from the
want
start.
to hold somebody's feet to the fire, you might as well hold 100 other people.
I guess it works,
Where
though.
the issue really
They get some sort of follow.
is the misuse of this tool. Now, according to their emails, and I highly recommend you watch Frank's video, when it comes to actually, interacting with anybody on the internet or making videos on them, sometimes you can come across somebody so seemingly unhinged that the amount of years that they spend in basically communicating with you, YouTube's legal, and basically abusing, in my opinion, the copyright system is something that can cause the most undue stress, and it's actually something that breaks YouTube.
It just ruins it, yeah, it makes it worse. I gotta wonder if it's some top brass artificially doing this to create this destabilization and justification for, limiting shit on the platform. Limiting good shit, I should say. It needs more,
It's one of the things that I've discussed.
It needs to be more like TV, guys. Make it more shitty like TV. Then we're back to square one. People went to YouTube to get away from TV. I guess we're just back to the same place we started. With the way they were trying to ruin shit. With these practices. There might be industry-led practices now. Not something that's just a response to a real issue. It's an issue they created.
Because it's not something that I would have heard of if it wasn't for the almost near felonious use of the copyright tool. That said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like to stop, please like, comment, subscribe.
I forgot, I gotta hit him when the shit lands on the ground. Alright, he's done. It's 3 already. I'm gonna go one more time, I guess. I just want this boss dead, dude. Why the fuck is this such a... Man, I almost killed him, too. Now I can't even get back close to where I was. China's gold digger industry? More like, no, that's a U.S. industry. This is a stupid Asmongold go, but I noticed that there's some weird sort of propaganda shit happening on this channel. I noticed that I'm seeing a lot of the same shit on this channel I would see from some mainstream sources. It's like they're using some of these content creators to just do legacy media bullshit just in a different way. It's the same old arguments made on old legacy media influential platforms. But people don't watch that shit anymore, so they just move their operations over to these popular influencers. Asmongold's one of them now, sadly. Like, why am I seeing this shit? This is some bullshit you see from Piers Morgan or something. China's gold digger industry. But this is some adversarial Western propaganda going on. We want to go to war with countries like China. And no, the U.S. has a gold digging issue. Too much gold digging, in fact. That's the real industry over here. And it's encouraged. I'm not watching that bullshit. Fuck him. In that stupid topic. He doesn't know shit about other countries to begin with. He doesn't know anything about geopolitics. I hate whenever he talks about it. And he just believes all this National Endowment for Democracy funded videos made by a bunch of fucking Western spooks. He doesn't question it at all. Okay, what else we got here? Listen to that dumb Joe Rogan shit. No, never mind. Why I'm bigger than Mr. Beast? Who the fuck are you? I hope you are bigger than him. Kind of tired of seeing him. I don't really watch Mr. Beast. I don't really care about it.
There's another dream. A dream to write history, to achieve something absolutely magnificent. And in my case, the dream I wanted to achieve was to get to 30,000 concurrent live stream views on YouTube. This is seemingly an impossible task for someone like myself. Whilst I have over 3 million subscribers, my average stream viewership is between 4,000 and 6,000 people. But a few days ago, to celebrate my birthday, I
didn't even hit anybody. What the fuck?
And I got to 30,000 live viewers, but I didn't play fair, ladies and gentlemen.
Why is it stuttering?
We discovered some absolutely broken features of YouTube that allowed you to destroy the entire platform. And today, ladies and gentlemen, get yourselves comfortable, because I'm about to explain how I and literally any of you are able to use one of the greatest secrets of YouTube and destroy any sense of balance or fairness that this platform has. So make sure you have a nice warm cup of tea in hand, and let's begin. Now, as I mentioned, looking through the live streams on YouTube, there's a whole bunch of people out there doing all kinds of different kind of weird stuff. And I just wanted to see if for one day I could beat them. If I could get more views than Ninja, more views than Dr. Lupo, wouldn't it be incredible? Someone like
I didn't know Ninja still did anything.
Hey, what if I could get more
I know he was around when
animation channels that for some reason are running animations all at the same time? I mean, who's even watching them? I just will never find out. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters is that I wanted to grow a live stream on YouTube. So, how does one normally do that? Well, YouTube is a very simple meritocratic platform. Everything on it snowballs. The more views a video has, or the more viewers a live stream has, the more that product is pushed. And consequently, the more viewers are then brought in. This can lead to incredible compounding effects where you have channels with literally 1,000 subscribers releasing one video and it's slowly getting 1 million views over the course of a few months. This is probably my favourite feature of YouTube, and it's why the platform is so brilliant in my opinion. But the platform only works provided this system is fair. It only works if the live viewers are real viewers and that the views on the video are real views. Otherwise, YouTube is effectively pushing a lie to people, and we wouldn't want that. So as I said a few days ago, I went live. Now, what was this live stream? Unlike my normal live streams, I wasn't playing Grimworld, I wasn't getting 500 of my fans to try and speedrun Factorio under brutal working conditions. No, the live stream was simply myself and my good friend Potato McWhiskey sat down, explaining a bunch of YouTube exploits that we discovered over the last few years, and testing out and enjoying them live. The only goal I wanted to achieve was to beat my last live stream viewership record of 20,000
Well, this is well edited, I'll say that much.
Why did I want to do that?
Looking at the video.
Simple. I'm British. I continuously desire more.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, what's the point of conquering one country when there's other countries out there?
You meant
You're
greedy.
I'm sorry. So let's talk about the biggest exploit discovery we made that stream. It all began when my friend Potato mentioned that Kick, everyone's favorite legally dubious gambling live streaming site, recently had a very prominent exploit whereby you could increase the viewership on someone's stream by just simply opening a new tab and having the stream running again.
And then, that's kind of how you artificially induce views.
Stream on another window, and suddenly you have 2 people watching you. You then open up another tab, and then suddenly you have 3 people watching you. Repeat this 20 times, and suddenly you have 21 people watching you. And of course, when you're a live stream, the more people that are watching you, the more likely someone's going to click on your live stream. They want to see what everyone else is looking at. They want to know what's happening. Traditional live streaming platforms like Kick and Twitch don't
That's how you really
have a
get.
discovery
That's how you
algorithm,
actually
so users
grow.
simply suggested you
Sadly,
content via
that's a
rating,
method to
word
grow.
of mouth, or just whoever's at the top of the list. And then we had an idea. I mean, of course, YouTube's a massive platform. It's $1 billion company. It's got a brand new CEO. Surely, I mean, really surely, there's no way this exploit could work on YouTube as well, right? So, naturally, we attempted it live. That's right, I asked my lovely adoring fans to open up as many tabs of the live stream as possible. And what happened next was absolute chaos. Now, when we started this exploit, we had approximately 18,000 people watching the live stream, which was incredibly impressive to me. But of course, I wanted to beat 20,000. I wanted to go beyond it. So what happened next was a little bit crazy. A lot of our viewers who weren't watching on a mobile phone opened up another tab of the live stream. And what happened was the live viewer count suddenly increased. Now the thing with these tabs is they all have to be separate windows. If you have the tabs just simply lying across the top of your page, they wouldn't count as being actively viewed. But if you separated them all out so a little bit of the live stream was shown at each time, then it was counted as a live viewer. Now that's incredibly powerful, but if all it takes to double your live viewership is to have all of your live viewers open up a second tab, and something very bad has just happened. And that's pretty much what occurred. And at 53 minutes into our live stream, we managed to achieve the impossible. And
Yes,
we took my
Mr.
channel
Beast
and we
levels.
got 30,000 live views. At this point in time, I was the largest live stream on the entirety of the platform, and it wasn't even close.
I'm pretty sure they've remedied this problem by now. No, you can't be getting bigger views than Mr. Beast. We invested a lot of money in him. They let you brokies artificially induce the numbers like that.
There were, however, a few downsides to this. YouTube live streaming isn't quite as well optimized as Twitch. It does kind of devour a large amount of memory, and then when you're suddenly running 20 tabs of a live stream with a live chat that's going faster than an F1 supercar, suddenly you start running into submissions, where a bunch of our chat effectively drop out and come back in so that their computer blue screened. Now, of course, my viewers couldn't keep this up forever, and I didn't want them to keep it up forever. If they did, their computers would be running hot for the rest of the stream, and I'd much rather we kind of chilled it out. So that was the end of exploit number 1. But looking back on that exploit, it really got me thinking to something that I wanted about earlier. Why do those weird Minecraft animation channels and weird Among Us live stream channels have so many live viewers? Like, I know there's a bunch of kids on the platform, but these numbers are really high. Like, why are there 554 people watching Scary Teacher 3D All of Us Are Dead?
I don't know, I just can't do it right now. We're gonna do it tomorrow.
I can only presume it's the exact same content.
I thought I could get it today, but I don't know.
And for a live stream with
I really don't get what
556
the
people,
issue is. I almost killed them earlier, but I guess I'm just too tired right now. We killed that one fucking brother. That one. I don't even know their fucking name anymore. The Crucible Knight. I'm tired. Alright. I'm addicted to just fighting these guys in level 1 though, so I'm just gonna come back and do it again. I want to try other shit, but this is gonna bug me. If I can't kill them, this fucking boss, on my next stream, I'm just gonna keep coming back to it because I just really want to kill him. It's like, oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Take care.